Welcome to the Millionaire Money Psychology, the mental habits of the rich and how you can master them, written by Dr. Alberto. This audiobook is not about get-rich-quick schemes or financial tricks. It's about rewiring your mind to think, act, and live like the wealthy do. Inside these chapters, you'll discover how millionaires build their fortune from the inside out, by mastering mindset before money, identity before income, and purpose before profit. As you listen, remember this truth. Wealth begins in the mind long before it appears in the bank account. So, wherever you are right now, whether you're in your car, at the gym, or walking through your next big idea, let these words reshape how you think about money, success, and yourself. Let's begin your transformation one powerful mindset shift at a time. The Millionaire Money Psychology, the mental habits of the rich, and how you can master them, by Dr. Alberto. Dedication to the relentless dreamers who refuse to settle, who dare to think big, act bold, and build their own fortune. This book is for you. The Millionaire Money Psychology, the mental habits of the rich and how you can master them. Copyright 2025 Dr. Alberto. All rights reserved. No part of this book may be reproduced, distributed, or transmitted in any form or by any means, electronic, mechanical, photocopying, recording, or otherwise, without the prior written permission of the author, except in the case of brief quotations embodied in reviews or articles. Disclaimer: this book is intended for informational, motivational, and educational purposes only. It is not intended as financial, legal, or investment advice. The author and publisher assume no responsibility for any actions or decisions taken by readers based on the information contained herein. Readers should consult with qualified professionals before making any major financial or life decisions. Cover design by Garib. Edited by Dr. Alberto. Illustrations by Garib. Independently published. Printed and distributed by Amazon. Wealth begins in the mind long before it shows up in the bank account. Table of Contents. Part 1. Rewiring Your Money Mindset. 1. The Millionaire Mind Reset: Why Mindset Comes Before Money, and 5 Mental Rewiring Exercises. 2. The Poverty Programming Trap: How Limiting Beliefs Form, and a 5-step method to break them. 3. Becoming the CEO of Your Life: Shifting from Employee Thinking to Self-Leadership. 4. Thinking in Millions, Acting in Thousands: Big Picture Thinking, Small Consistent Actions, and Compounding. 5. Rewiring Your Self-Image Around Wealth, Identity Psychology, Guided Visualization, Affirmations, and Behavior Shaping Tips. 6. The Science of Abundance, Neuroscience of Abundance versus Scarcity and Daily Practices. Part 2. Building Millionaire Habits. 7. Millionaire Morning Rituals: How world-class achievers start their days, plus a 60-minute routine. 8. The 1% Rule of Wealth: How daily 1% improvements compound into massive results, with habit stacking and a 30-day tracker. 9. High-value thinking time: Busy work versus thinking work, deep thinking rituals, and a weekly template. 10. Mastering focus and energy: Protecting focus like an asset, attention science, and a personal focus planner. 11. The Power of Daily Learning: Self-Education Strategies and a 30-min/day learning system. 12. Money Discipline: Spend like the Rich or Debunking Myths, Cash Flow Management, and the Rich Spending Blueprint. Part 3. Psychology of Risk, Failure, and Resilience. 13. The Fear and Risk Equation: How the Rich Evaluate Risk and a 5-step risk calculation method. 14. Failure is Data, Not Death: Reinterpreting Failure with a Failure-to-Feedback Framework. 15. Emotional Mastery Under Pressure: Emotional Regulation Techniques for High-Stress Situations. 16. Building Resilience Like a Millionaire: Resilience Definition, Millionaire Strategies, and a 7-day challenge. 17. How the Rich Handle Uncertainty: Mental Models for Navigating Uncertainty and an Uncertainty Checklist. Part 4. Money Systems and Strategic Thinking. 18. The Money Machine Mindset: Viewing money as a system, leverage, cash flow, and automation with a blueprint diagram. 19. Creating multiple income streams, diversifying income, active versus passive streams, 10 scalable ideas with pros/cons. 20. Investing like a visionary, long-term investing mindset, compounding, patience, and a 3-tier roadmap. 21. Systems over hustle, why systems beat raw effort with a build once, earn forever framework. 22. Building your wealth network, networking, mentorship, value giving, and a 30-day challenge. 23. Negotiation psychology, persuasion, tactics, body language, and practical scripts. Part 5. Embodying the millionaire self. 24. The inner dialogue of the rich, self-talk, rich versus poor thinking, and language reprogramming exercises. 25. Environment design for abundance, physical and digital environment strategies for productivity and wealth. 26. Becoming the person who attracts money, identity-based change, long-term consistency, and crafting a personal millionaire code of honor. Epilogue. Your millionaire life starts now. Final call to action, affirmation, and 30-day action challenge. Back matter. Author's note, personal message, insights, and motivation. Recommended books 8 to 12 transformational reads for mindset, wealth, and personal growth. Acknowledgements, optional gratitude section. The Millionaire Mind Reset. The man who flipped his mind. It was 2 a.m. when Marcus sat in his one-bedroom apartment. The glow of overdue bills scattered across his kitchen table like accusations. He had $48 in his bank account. He owed over $30,000 on 3 credit cards. His car had been repossessed the week before. Behind the silence of the night, his head screamed with voices. You're a failure. You'll never get out. This is your life now. He wanted to quit. Quit the hustle. Quit the job that barely paid him enough to breathe. Quit believing anything better was possible. But that night, something different happened. He caught himself. He noticed the exact words looping in his mind. He realized he wasn't just broke in money. He was bankrupt in belief. In a moment of raw honesty, Marcus whispered out loud, "Everything I'm living right now is nothing more than the story I've been telling myself." That sentence cracked him open. Because here's the truth. Wealth does not begin with money. Wealth begins with mindset. Marcus realized he had been thinking like a victim waiting for rescue, instead of an owner building his destiny. And the second he shifted his identity, everything began to change. He started small. He wrote affirmations every morning. I am in control. Money flows to me. I create wealth, I don't chase it. He confronted his fear of numbers and built a simple budget. He read books, not gossip or celebrity drama. He networked with mentors instead of broke friends. At first, nothing visible changed. His account was still empty, his car gone. But inside, his world was shifting. Then came his first win. A side hustle he launched flipping used furniture. He made $500. Not much, but it was the crack in the wall. He began to see himself differently. Not as a paycheck-to-paycheck worker, but as a man who could create value. 2 years later, Marcus was out of debt. 4 years later, he was making 6 figures. By year 7, he was a millionaire investor. So what happened? It wasn't luck. It wasn't genius. It wasn't some secret investment. It was this Marcus reset his money psychology. And you're about to do the same. Because here's the unshakable law. Wealth doesn't start in your wallet. It starts in your mind. Philosophy, mindset before money. You have been programmed with beliefs about money since childhood. Some empowering, many toxic. Every choice you make with $1 today is shaped by the stories you've absorbed in the past. Money doesn't grow on trees. Rich people are lucky. We can't afford it. Those phrases carve neural pathways in your brain like grooves in a record. Play them often enough and they become your soundtrack. You don't even question them, you live them. This is why staying broke often has nothing to do with effort and everything to do with identity. If in your core you believe you're not the kind of person who gets rich, your subconscious will sabotage every attempt to improve your financial life. Neuroscience proves this. Your brain has what's called a self-identity loop. Every time you make a choice, your brain checks, Does this align with who I believe I am? If yes, the behavior sticks. If no, you unconsciously reject it. James Clear, author of Atomic Habits, put it this way: your identity drives your habits. Napoleon Hill declared, "Whatever the mind can conceive and believe, it can achieve." And here's the law you must tattoo into your thinking. Law of financial identity. You will never consistently earn beyond what your self-image allows. If you see yourself as someone who scrapes by, your income will match. If you see yourself as a wealth builder, your brain will find ways to validate that identity. Wealth is not first about spreadsheets, stocks, or startups. It is about mindset. Until you reset your beliefs, no external strategy will save you. Mental barriers to destroy. Here are the toxic money beliefs crushing millions of people, and maybe you. Money is evil. Wrong. Money is neutral. As an amplifier, it makes you more of who you already are. If you're kind, money makes you generous. If you're corrupt, money exposes it. Saying money is evil keeps you broke and powerless. Rich people are greedy. Some are. Many aren't. That belief is a lazy excuse to stay small. The truth? Wealthy people usually create more jobs, opportunities, and innovations than anyone else. I'm not smart enough to be rich. False. The majority of millionaires are not geniuses. They're learners. They adapt, they execute, they stumble forward. You don't need brilliance, you need persistence and mindset. I'll never get out of debt. Dangerous belief. Debt is a temporary condition, not an identity. History is filled with millionaires who once went bankrupt. The belief that you'll always be stuck is the ultimate trap. Each of these traps is a cage of the mind. Destroy them and your financial freedom begins. Neuroscience of belief. Your brain is plastic. Literally. Every thought you repeat wires stronger pathways in your neural network. This is why scarcity thinking is lethal. Constant thoughts like, "I'll never have enough," strengthen your brain's scarcity circuits. Over time, you filter out opportunities, focusing only on problems. But if you feed your brain abundant thinking, you carve new connections. What fires together, wires together. Studies prove this. Placebo effect. People heal with sugar pills because the belief triggers real biological change. A visualization in athletes. Olympic teams run mental rehearsals because the brain lights up as if the action were real. Cognitive behavioral rewiring. Therapy literally rewires depressive thought loops into empowering ones. Your money beliefs work the same way. Thoughts aren't invisible vapor. They are electrical signals training your nervous system. Decide wrong beliefs wire poverty. Decide abundant beliefs wire wealth. Mental rewiring exercises. 1. Identity Upgrade Journal. Purpose. Reset your self-image. Steps. Write, "I am," statements for the millionaire version of yourself. Example. I am a disciplined money manager. I am a value creator. I am financially free. Reread each morning. Example. Marcus rebuilt his identity before he rebuilt his bank account. 2. Wealth Belief Audit. Purpose. Identify toxic money scripts. Steps. List 10 common money beliefs you heard growing up. Cross out the negative ones. Rewrite them as empowering truths. Example. Replace "money doesn't grow on trees" with "money grows in value I create." 3. Future self-visualization. Purpose. Wire your future into your present. Steps. 10 minutes daily. Close your eyes. Picture yourself living as a millionaire. See the house, the freedom, the confidence. Anchor it with emotion. The brain doesn't distinguish clearly between imagination and reality. Emotion makes it stick. 4. Scarcity detox. Purpose. Cut brain pollution. Steps. For 30 days, ban negative money talk. Avoid broke-minded media, conversations, or gossip. Replace it with millionaire input. Books, podcasts, mentors. Protect your mental diet like your life depends on it. It does. 5. Gratitude to growth ritual. Purpose. Hardwire abundance. Steps. Each night, list 3 wins you achieved that day. Then write 3 bold money actions for tomorrow. This syncs gratitude, abundance anchors, with growth, forward momentum, call to action ending. This is your reset moment. Not next year. Not when your paycheck increases. Not after your debt is gone. Right now. Burn your old money story. Crush the excuses that have chained you. Replace the soundtrack of scarcity with a new anthem. I am pre-wealthy. I am building my fortune daily. My mind is my greatest asset. Remember this truth. You are not broke. You are pre-wealthy. Because today, right here in this chapter, you've begun to rewire. Now commit. The next 30 days are your laboratory of transformation. Do the exercises daily. Say the new beliefs out loud. Guard your identity with fierce commitment. Because from this moment forward, wealth is not out there. Wealth is here, in your mind. And the rest of this book will give you the tools to turn that mental reset into financial reality. The poverty programming trap. The mental habits of the rich and how you can master them. The invisible script. Jamal grew up in a cramped apartment above a corner store. His mother worked double shifts. His father left when he was 10. Dinner conversations were almost always about bills. He heard the same lines over and over. Money doesn't grow on trees. We can't afford that. Rich people are crooks. These phrases weren't just words. They were programming. They entered his subconscious like invisible tattoos. At school, teachers reinforced the script. Get good grades. Get a safe job. Don't aim too high. Television commercials showed desperate families barely scraping by, framed in drama and pity. Stories of wealthy people always came with villains. Greedy CEOs, corrupt politicians, selfish millionaires. Without ever questioning it, Jamal learned to associate wealth with shame, greed, and betrayal. So when he grew older, his behaviors mirrored the script. He turned down promotions because he feared he couldn't handle the responsibility. He never invested because he didn't want to risk losing money. When he finally started a side hustle and made an extra $8,000, he celebrated by burning through it in a month, almost as if his mind couldn't tolerate holding abundance. He wasn't stupid. He wasn't lazy. He wasn't even unlucky. He was programmed. He didn't just inherit his mother's warm smile and his father's height. He inherited their money fears. He wasn't born broke. He was programmed to stay broke. And unless you deliberately rewrite your subconscious programming, you will replay the same story. Different paycheck, same outcome. Different year, same cycle. This chapter is about breaking that cycle, exposing the invisible script, burning it, and writing the new code that will allow you to build wealth. Because if you don't, your past will become your prison. But if you do, you can break free forever. How poverty programming happens. You weren't born afraid of money. You were taught. From birth to around age 7, psychologists call this your imprint stage. Your brain is like wet cement. Every word, every lesson, every experience leaves a mark. If your parents constantly argued about debt, the imprint was, money causes conflict. If you heard, we can't afford it, the imprint was, money is scarce. If you watch TV characters portraying the rich as villains, the imprint was, wealth is evil. Your subconscious mind stored these impressions and shaped your identity around them. Napoleon Hill once wrote, "More gold has been mined from the thoughts of men than from the earth." Every belief about money either mines wealth or buries it forever. James Clear said, "Environment is the invisible hand that shapes behavior." If everyone around you spoke scarcity, it rubbed off on you. Let's be clear. None of this is your fault. You didn't choose your programming, but it is your responsibility to rewrite it. Otherwise, you'll unconsciously echo it the rest of your life. This programming comes from 4 powerful forces. Family. What your parents did with money matters more than what they said. If they fought, spent recklessly, or panicked in scarcity, you internalized those scripts. A culture. Phrases like, the starving artist, or the struggling worker glorify struggle. Meanwhile, wealthy people are portrayed as selfish, corrupt, or out of touch. The media. Most movies make rich characters villains. Heroes are usually broke, yet good-hearted. You subconsciously absorb this moral coding. A school. You were likely taught how to follow instructions, not how to build wealth. Schools reward obedience, not entrepreneurship. Each of these carved deep patterns in your subconscious operating system. And here's the trap. By the time you're an adult, you think these are your opinions. But they're not. They're inherited scripts you never chose. How it keeps you poor. So what does this programming actually do? It sabotages you in ways you often don't notice because they feel normal. Fear of risk. You pass up opportunities because losing money feels worse than making money feels good. Self-sabotage. You make money, then unconsciously blow it. You get rid of it because your beliefs don't allow you to feel safe holding it. A chronic under-earning. You settle for smaller paychecks or never ask for raises because deep down you're programmed that too much is greedy. A shame around wealth. You feel guilty desiring money, so you block yourself from opportunities. These behaviors happen on autopilot. That's why I call it poverty autopilot. Maybe you recognize this in yourself. You finally get out of debt, then quickly rack it up again. Do you start saving money? Then emergencies somehow keep draining it. Do you consider an investment, then talk yourself out of it with fear? This isn't bad luck. It's not a cursed destiny. It's simply your subconscious keeping you aligned with the script you were fed. Here's a law to remember. Law of subconscious sabotage. Your hidden beliefs will always sabotage your visible goals. Until you change the internal code, the outer results will always reset back to the poverty default. The science of mental reprogramming. Think of your brain like a computer. It has hardware, neurons. It has software, beliefs. When you were young, your brain installed programs like money is scarce. And since neurons that fire together wire together, these scripts became your autopilot. This is why willpower rarely works long-term. You can force yourself to save money for a while, but if the underlying program is scarcity, your subconscious will find a way to blow it up. The good news? Software can be rewritten. This is called neuroplasticity, the brain's ability to rewire pathways and form new patterns. By repeating new thoughts, visualizations, and behaviors, you literally resculpt your neural connections. In simple terms, your brain doesn't care if a belief is true. Your brain doesn't care if a belief is false. Your brain only cares if a belief is repeated. That means you can delete the old poverty code and install wealth code. Takes focus, repetition, and a shift in environment, but it works. 5-step method to break poverty programming. Here's the step-by-step reset system. Follow it and you'll destroy the cycle. Step 1. Expose the script. Purpose. Shine a light on hidden beliefs. Instructions. Start journaling every money line you heard growing up. Examples. We can't afford it. Money ruins families. Example. Jamal realized he had written rich people are selfish 5 separate times. Step 2. Trace the source. Purpose. Recognize these beliefs were inherited, not chosen. Instructions. Ask yourself, where did I pick this up? From mom? Dad? Culture. Example. Maria discovered her chronic fear of investing came from watching her parents lose money in the 2008 crash. Step 3. Challenge the lie. Purpose. Break the falsehood. Instructions. For each belief, write evidence proving it false. Not all rich people are greedy. List generous, wealthy role models. Example. Daniel crushed I'll never succeed by listing entrepreneurs from his city who started with less. Step 4. Install a new belief. Purpose. Upload empowering code. Instructions. Rewrite each toxic belief into a firm, positive identity statement. Money is a tool for freedom. I am worthy of wealth. Read it daily. Step 5. Repetition plus environment shift. Purpose. Lock it in permanently. Instructions. Repeat the new beliefs daily for 30 to 90 days. Surround yourself with wealth-minded people, content, and mentors. Environment accelerates belief rewiring. Remember the principle. Your brain doesn't care if it's true. Your brain cares if it's repeated. Call to action ending. This is the moment you cut the chains. You were handed a poverty script at birth. You did not choose it. But if you keep running it, you are choosing it now. Burn the script you were given. Burn the inherited lies. Burn the story that money is something to fear. Rewrite your money DNA. Rewrite your subconscious operating system. Rewrite your future. Because the truth is this: poverty is not your destiny. It is your programming. And programming can be changed. This is the day you stop inheriting poverty and start creating wealth. From this chapter forward, you are not trapped by your past. You are free to reset, rewire, and rise. The rest of this book will give you the practical systems, tools, and strategies to multiply wealth. But those will only work if your subconscious is ready to receive them. Today, you broke the chains. Now it's time to build the empire. The CEO mindset shift. The mental habits of the rich and how you can master them. From employee to CEO. Samantha's life looked ordinary from the outside. She had a steady job, decent pay, and a tidy little apartment. But inside, she felt trapped. Every morning, she punched her alarm like a time card and entered her day, reacting to whatever came at her. Emails, bills, boss's orders, family demands. Her story wasn't unique. It was the invisible default for millions. She didn't make bold choices for her life. She followed instructions. She didn't chart her destiny. She waited for permission. She was the employee of her own life. Every day, she asked herself, what do I have to do today? But never, what future am I building? Her mindset kept her small. She blamed circumstances. She waited for opportunities. She minimized risk. And every year looked like the one before. Until one night, after another exhausting week of managing life, Samantha broke. She admitted something few ever dare to. My life isn't stuck. I'm stuck because I've been running it like an employee. In that moment, everything cracked open. She realized she'd never appointed herself CEO of her life, CEO of her wealth, CEO of her destiny. The shift began here. Millionaires don't wait for orders. They give them to themselves. Samantha began setting strategy, not just tasks. She made bold, scary decisions about her career. She created a 10-year wealth plan and executed it step by step. Over the next 5 years, she went from paycheck-to-paycheck worker to business owner with investments compounding in the background. Why? Because she stopped letting life manage her and started managing her life like a CEO. The core difference: employee versus CEO thinking. Most people run their lives with employee thinking. They follow orders. They chase security. They execute tasks. Millionaires rise because they adopt CEO thinking. They create vision. They make decisions. They take ownership. Here's the contrast. Employee thinking, CEO thinking. Asks, what do I have to do today? Asks, what future am I building? Waits for opportunities, creates opportunities. Avoids risk, calculates and takes risk. Focuses on tasks, focuses on strategy. Seeks security, builds freedom. Follows orders, issues orders to themselves. Lives for Friday, builds for the next decade. This is your wake-up call. If you want millionaire results, you must stop thinking like an employee and start thinking like a CEO. Here's the law that anchors this. Law of ownership. Your results expand in direct proportion to the responsibility you take. Ownership is the great separator. Employees wait for someone else to tell them what to do. CEOs decide, direct, and drive their future. Responsibility is power. Blame is poverty fuel. Ownership is wealth fuel. Every time you blame the government, your boss, the economy, your parents, you hand over power. You lock yourself into employee mode. Every time you claim responsibility, no matter what, you take back control. You move into CEO mode. You didn't get the promotion? Instead of my boss doesn't like me, say, I didn't prove undeniable value yet. Struggling with debt? Instead of the system is unfair, say, I created this, so I can uncreate it. Low income? Instead of this is just how it is, say, I decide what I tolerate. I can build more. This is what millionaires do. They don't always love their circumstances, but they take absolute ownership of them. Then they transform them. Examples: Oprah Winfrey, from poverty and trauma to billionaire empire, not because she waited for approval, but because she claimed responsibility to lead her life. Damon John started FUBU from his mother's living room, not because he had resources, but because he took radical responsibility to create them. Radical ownership turns passengers into drivers. Repeat this to yourself. I am not stuck. I am choosing. And if I can choose this, I can choose different. Decision-making like a CEO. CEOs are not indecisive. They are decisive. Millionaires move faster because they understand this truth. Indecision is the most expensive habit of the poor. Employees delay, hesitate, and overthink. CEOs decide, act, adjust. Here's a simple framework to use. 1. Define the outcome. Ask, what do I want long-term? 2. Gather minimal critical info. Not all info, just the top 20% that drives 80% of clarity. 3. Decide fast. Adjust later. Make the call. Learn. Refine. Tony Robbins said, "It is in your moments of decision that your destiny is shaped." Rich thinkers know, a quick imperfect decision beats a perfect decision that never comes. Building long-term vision. Employees obsess over Fridays. CEOs obsess over decades. If you only think about this week's bills, you'll stay stuck in survival. If you think about 10 years from now, you'll make decisions that compound. An employee plants grass. A CEO plants forests. Millionaires think in horizons. 5 years. Where will my wealth be? 10 years. How is my vision unfolding? 20 years. What legacy am I leaving? This is why Warren Buffett calls compounding the eighth wonder of the world. It only works for those who think long. Stop building for Friday. Start building for freedom. Write this mantra. I am not building days. I am building decades. Practical exercise. Write your 10-year vision statement. Get specific. What is your net worth? Where are you living? What freedom have you built? Who are you becoming? Print it. See it daily. Live into it. Life audit exercise. Now let's install the CEO mindset with your first life audit. This is a 5-step drill. Do not skim this. This is your CEO promotion ceremony. Step 1. Inventory. List the 5 key areas of life. Health, finances, relationships, career, mindset. Step 2. Evaluate. Rate each 1 to 10. Be brutally honest. No sugarcoating. Step 3. Own. Write in detail. How did you create or allow each result? No excuses. CEO rule. If it's in your life, you permitted it. Step 4. Decide. Choose one bold decision in each area to upgrade this month. Not someday. Not later. This month. Examples. Start a business consultation. Create a savings automatic system. Hire a fitness coach. Step 5. Design. Write your one-page CEO vision. Headline it. This is my company. My life. My empire. Then script how you will run it. When you finish this audit, you will no longer be an employee of life. You will have taken the CEO's chair. Effective immediately. Call to action ending. This is your empire. Your life. Your company. Stop acting like an employee inside it. Stop waiting for orders. Stop asking for permission. Point yourself CEO today. Look in the mirror. That's your board of directors. That's your CEO. That's your leader. Here's the truth. No one is coming to promote you. No one is coming to crown you. You must crown yourself. So rise. Take the seat at the head of the table. It's been yours all along. From this chapter forward, decisions become yours, ownership becomes yours, power becomes yours. You are the CEO. Let it. Thinking in millions, acting in thousands. The mental habits of the rich and how you can master them. The paradox that builds empires. Late nights in a small garage in Palo Alto, 2 young guys hammered away at an idea so outrageous people laughed at them. They dreamed of connecting the entire world through a new kind of search engine. At the time, they didn't even own office furniture. Doors balanced on sawhorses doubled as desks. Today, we know their company as Google, worth trillions. Here's what mattered. Larry Page and Sergey Brin were thinking in billions, but acting in hundreds of coding hours and thousands of micro-iterations. That's the paradox that builds empires. The world loves to glorify the big win moment. The IPO, the million-dollar payday, the golden trophy shot. But what no one sees is the thousands, sometimes millions, of tiny daily moves that made it inevitable. A Jeff Bezos pictured an everything store long before it existed. But his first step? Selling books one by one, shipping them himself. A Howard Schultz envisioned Starbucks as the third place between work and home. But he started with a tiny store selling beans and coffee makers. Oprah dreamed of becoming one of the most influential voices on earth. But she began as a small-time news anchor, stacking day after day of preparation. They were thinking in millions, acting in thousands. That's the paradox wealthy people master. They dream so audaciously it scares them. But they pair the dream with small, relentless daily actions. Remember this line. Let it etch into your identity. The world applauds the million-dollar moment, but it's the 1,000 daily moves that make it inevitable. The millionaire mental model, big vision plus small execution. Here's the simple wealth framework. Big vision, small execution. Think big. Hold long-term, audacious, powerful visions. 10 years, 20 years. Shoot for millions. Act small. Break it down into tiny, executable tasks you can do daily. Separate outcome and process. Outcome equals build $1 million net worth. Process equals save $200 this week. Make 5 sales calls. Write 1 page. Millionaires never confuse the two. Vision without execution is fantasy. Execution without vision is hamster wheel. True wealth demands both. Law of scale thinking, hold $1 million vision. Take $1,000 actions. That is the millionaire's mental compass. Why most people fail, the extremes trap. Why do so many people fail? Because they live at the extremes. Dream small, act small. They set realistic goals. Stay safe. Say things like, I just want to pay my bills. Small dreams guarantee small results. Dream big, act never. They get high on the vision. I'm going to be a millionaire, but take no consistent action. They burn hot for a week, then collapse. Both ends lead nowhere. The truth? Big dreams without small actions rot. Small actions without big dreams fade. Tony Robbins said it perfectly. People overestimate what they can do in a year and underestimate what they can do in a decade. Read that again. Slowly. Because your life right now is proof. You have probably overestimated what one burst of effort could do, and underestimated what 10 years of daily microactions could have built already. Here's your call. Stop falling into the extremes. Anchor yourself in the paradox. Think massive. Act microscopic. The power of compounding. The wealthiest people on earth play the long game. They understand the power of compounding. Compounding is the secret engine of wealth. It takes small actions and multiplies them over time. A money example. Invest just $500 a month at 10% annual return. In 30 years, you're sitting on over $1 million. That's compounding. Skill example. Write 1 page a day. A book in a year. 10 books in a decade. That's compounding. A business example. Add 1 new customer a day. That's 365 in a year. Thousands in a decade. That's compounding. Every small win stacks. Every small loss snowballs. Neurologically, habits compound too. Each repetition strengthens neural connections. Your brain literally rewires, making success the new autopilot. The rich know, consistency beats intensity. Entrepreneur stories. Story 1, Amazon. Jeff Bezos dreamed of dominating global commerce. But his journey began with shipping books out of his garage, packing them himself. Big vision, tiny execution. Principle, think in millions. Act in thousands. Story 2, Starbucks. Howard Schultz imagined Starbucks as a cultural cornerstone. But early on, he was just convincing customers to buy beans one at a time. Principle, think forests. Plant seeds daily. Story 3, Spanx. Sarah Blakely became a billionaire with Spanx. But her first move? Cutting up pantyhose in her apartment. Testing, failing, adjusting. Principle, dream global. Begin scrappy. In every case, they paired audacious vision with microaction. That is the DNA of millionaires. The daily microaction plan. Here's how you install this thinking into your life. Step 1. Define your million-dollar vision. Write your 10-year audacious goal. Be unapologetically bold. Example: I will build a $10 million net worth by 2035. Step 2. Break into $1,000 milestones. Chunk it into quarters. Example: save/invest $10,000 this year, land 100 new clients, or build 12 core habits. Step 3. Chunk down to daily actions. Pick 3 critical actions daily. Not 30, just 3. Example: write 1 page, send 5 pitches, learn for 30 minutes. Remember, 1 microaction a day beats a burst once a month. Step 4. Track, review, adjust. Every week, review. Did my actions line up with my vision? Adjust and refine. CEOs run reviews. So must you. Step 5. Reward progress. Celebrate milestones, no matter how small. Dopamine cements consistency. The way to wire millionaire habits is by making wins feel addictive. Call to action ending. This is your paradox. This is your power. Think like a billionaire. Work like an intern. Hold the million-dollar vision so huge it scares you. Then break it into microsteps so small you can't fail. Because the size of your dream means nothing without the weight of your actions. Start planting bricks today. Stack them tomorrow. Over time, they form fortresses. Repeat this mantra. Start small. Stay consistent. The millions will catch up. The next chapter will show you how to multiply and scale what you build. For now, act. Begin. Don't wait for the million-dollar moment. Create it $1,000 move at a time. Rewiring your self-image around wealth. You will never outperform your self-image. Section 1. The brutal truth about self-image. Look at your life right now. Look at your bank account. Look at the opportunities you've taken and the ones you let slip by. All of it, every last bit, is a mirror of one thing: your self-image. If you see yourself as average, you will behave average. If you see yourself as broke, you will behave broke. If you see yourself as unworthy of wealth, you will sabotage it the moment it comes close. You don't rise to your goals. You fall to your self-image. That is why strategies fail. That is why tips, tricks, and hacks don't stick. Because your identity is screaming louder than your intentions. You will never outperform your self-image. Tattoo that line on your brain. Ask yourself, who are you in your own eyes? Not what you post online. Not what others say about you. Who do you really believe you are when the lights are off and you're scrolling your bank app at 2 a.m.? That's the ceiling. That's the prison. Let's be clear. The rich aren't just rich because of luck. They are rich because they see themselves as people destined for wealth. They walk into rooms expecting dominance. They make moves because poverty isn't even an option in their head. Meanwhile, broke thinkers walk in apologizing for existing. They carry the cheap labels, "I'm not good with money. I'll never get out of this. That lifestyle isn't for people like me." Of course they fail. They're slaves to an image of smallness. This ends now. The war is inside your head. Before your bank grows, your self-image must expand. Before your wallet fatten, your identity must sharpen. Today, we burn the broke identity. Today, a wealth identity takes its place. Section 2. Identity is the engine. Understand this law. Identity is the engine. Behavior is just the exhaust. Your goals are irrelevant if your self-image disagrees. Habits follow identity. Always. Think of it this way. A smoker can try to quit. But as long as they believe, "I am a smoker trying to quit," they'll relapse. A non-smoker doesn't need discipline to avoid cigarettes. It's not even who they are anymore. Money works the same way. If you call yourself broke, you will unconsciously act broke. If you call yourself pre-wealthy, unstoppable, destined for abundance, your actions automatically begin aligning. A millionaire doesn't try to invest. They invest because it's who they are. A broke thinker doesn't try to stay broke. They just are. So stop playing the behavior game first. Play the identity game. Upgrade who you believe you are, and the habits will follow, ruthlessly, automatically, permanently. Your mind must cash the check before your bank account ever can. Section 3, Guided Wealth Visualization. Close your eyes.
Don't skim this.
Do it. Picture yourself 5 years into the wealth you deserve. Vivid, detailed, aggressive. See the house. Walk through it. Hardwood floors or marble? How does it smell? Fresh leather, cedar, ocean breeze coming through massive windows. Step into your closet. How do you dress now? Tailored suit? Crisp shirt? Zero clutter, only quality? Walk into your garage. What's parked there? Not a fantasy car, a wealth car. Paid in full. What color? What engine sound? Now step into your mind. How do you think? Do you panic when the bill hits your inbox? No. You laugh. You handle it without blinking. How do you speak now? Calm, commanding, confident. Words of someone in control. How do you move? Slow, deliberate, powerful. No rushing, no reactionary flinching. Hold this image as real. Because it is real. The only variable is whether you live as that version of you now. Visualization without embodiment is masturbation. Embody now. Step into it. Section 4. Aggressive Wealth Affirmations. Words program the subconscious. You must attack your identity daily with declarations until the old program dies and the new one dominates. Here are 15 unapologetic, aggressive affirmations. 1. I am done being broke. 2. Wealth obeys me. 3. I do not chase money, money chases me. 4. I am inevitable. 5. I am a wealth magnet. 6. Dollars are drawn to me in every direction. 7. Scarcity is beneath me. 8. I respect money, multiply money, command money. 9. I am not like the 99%, I rise above them. 10. My mind creates millions before my bank reflects it. 11. I move with power, not permission. 12. I destroy excuses. 13. Prosperity is my birthright. 14. Poverty is dead to me. 15. I am the damn CEO of my financial empire. Command. Read these every morning and every night for 30 days. Out loud. With conviction. Stare in the mirror. Convince your nervous system. Identity is rewired by repetition plus emotion. Section 5. Behavior Shaping Tactics. Now we turn self-image into behavior reinforcement. Dress one level above. Wealthy identity starts with posture and presentation. Don't wait until you're rich to look like it. Train your brain daily. This is who I am. Delete broke talk. Ban phrases like, I can't afford it. Replace with, how can I afford it? Small language change equals massive identity change. Cut broke people from your diet. Some friends are rotting your image of wealth. They whine. They envy. Cut them. Replace them with podcasts, books, mentors, even virtually. Celebrate wins intelligently. Don't blow money to treat yourself. Celebrate by doubling down, reading, reinvesting, executing harder. Reward with pride, not self-sabotage. Alive boldly in small ways. Walk into rooms with shoulders back. Order with confidence. Look the waiter in the eye. Project wealth. Remember, your brain builds identity with every micro-behavior. Act rich long before you're rich. Section 6. Destroying old labels plus building the blueprint. Grab a piece of paper. Write every toxic label you've carried. I'm bad with money. I'm average. I'll never get ahead. Now rip it. Burn it. Shred it. Tear it up until nothing remains. This is war. Those labels are enemies. Kill them publicly. Declare them dead. Now pick up another sheet. Title it, Wealth Identity Blueprint. Write this down. A new self-image description. Describe the wealthy version of you in a full paragraph. Who are you becoming? 3 daily affirmations. Handpick 3 from above. Repeat morning plus night. 3 daily micro-actions. Choose 3 small behaviors that prove your identity. Example, reviewing your accounts daily, reading 10 minutes of wealth literature, networking with winners. Commit 30 days. No excuses. No breaks. This is the contract with your new self. Sign it. Date it. Effective immediately. Call to action ending. You cannot carry a broke self-image into a rich future. Impossible. Today, the old you dies. Today, the rich you begins. Stop apologizing. Stop lowering your head. Stop pretending you're just average. Wealth is your identity now. Act like it. Speak like it. Move like it. Repeat this truth until it owns you. Your mind must cash the check before your bank account ever will. This is not motivational fluff. This is identity warfare. And you either win the war or you die broke. So rebuild. Affirm. Embody. Repeat. This is the rebirth moment. You are no longer broke, poor, or average. You are inevitable wealth in human form. Now go prove it. The science of abundance. Your mind is your wealth factory. Opening story. The shift that changed everything. Evelyn was drowning in scarcity, and she didn't even know it. Smart, hardworking, ambitious, yet nothing to show for it. Every paycheck vanished. Every opportunity slipped through her fingers. Every idea died before it was born. Her inner dialogue sounded like this. Don't spend too much, you might run out. Don't share your ideas. Someone might steal them. Don't trust people. They'll take advantage of you. Fear, doubt, lack. That was her soundtrack. She clipped coupons while billion-dollar opportunities scrolled past her. She undercharged her clients because she felt guilty asking for more. She envied other entrepreneurs instead of partnering with them. She obsessed over shrinking pie slices, never realizing she could bake an unlimited number of pies. Scarcity was the prison, and she had the keys but didn't see them. Then came the crash. One lost client. One medical bill. Suddenly, she was lower than ever. Crushed. Broke. Terrified. But here's what happened next. At her lowest, Evelyn met a mentor who slapped her with a truth she'd never forget. You're not broke because of money. You're broke because of mindset. You don't live in poverty. You live in scarcity. And scarcity is the most expensive neighborhood you can ever live in. Those words cracked her open. For the first time she saw it, her life was a reflection of scarcity programming. The hoarding, the fear, the envy, it wasn't protecting her. It was killing her potential. Evelyn began small. Gratitude journaling. Giving a little each day. Asking, what opportunities already surround me that I'm blind to? Slowly the shift took hold. Within 6 months, she raised her rates with confidence. Within a year, she doubled her income. Within 3 years, she built a business serving clients worldwide. Her wealth didn't start with money. It started with mindset, with abundance. Read this twice. The difference between scarcity and abundance is not external. It's internal. And your bank account will always match your mindset. Defining abundance versus scarcity. Let's strip it to fundamentals. Scarcity thinking says, there isn't enough. Abundance thinking says, there is always more being created. Scarcity creates fear. Abundance creates power. Scarcity psychology looks like this. Fear of loss. If I spend, it's gone forever. A constant comparison. They have it, so I can't. Risk avoidance. Better to do nothing than lose something. A short-term obsession. What about this week's bills? Abundance psychology looks like this. A gratitude for current blessings. Look what I already have. To opportunity focus. If they can do it, so can I. To calculated boldness. There's more to gain than fear. A long-term creation. What can I build for 10 years from now? Here's the neuroscience kicker. Your brain literally lives through filters. Cognitive psychology calls this selective perception. If you tell your brain money is scarce, it filters reality and only sees threats, lack, and impossibilities. If you tell your brain opportunity is everywhere, your reticular activating system, RAS, filters for openings, connections, solutions. It's like glasses. Scarcity glasses distort your vision until all you see is difficulty. Abundance glasses reveal paths you were blind to before. Napoleon Hill wrote, "More gold has been mined from the thoughts of men than from the earth itself." Abundance is proof. How scarcity blocks wealth. Scarcity thinking is wealth poison. It manifests in subtle but destructive patterns. Hoarding/afraid to spend or invest. You cling to every dollar like it's your last, so you miss multiplying opportunities. Example: someone fixates on $200 saved while ignoring a $20,000 investment opportunity. Procrastination. You delay action because of what-if fears. Scarcity mindset equals permanent hesitation. Over-comparison. You scroll and envy. Their win feels like your loss. You never collaborate because you see competitors, not allies. Undercharging. You believe asking for more makes you greedy, so you shrink, undercutting your power. Case studies. John, a freelancer, always competed on being the cheapest. Scarcity told him nobody would pay his real worth. His income stayed flat for 10 years. Maria, terrified of losing, left her savings in a zero-interest account. Her money rotted while inflation ate it alive. Scarcity strangles growth. Wealth requires circulation. Scarcity hoards until oxygen disappears. Daily practices to cultivate abundance. Abundance is a skill. Train it daily. Here are proven tools. 1. Gratitude expansion. Each morning, write 5 things you're grateful for, but make at least 2 financial. Income, opportunities, skills. Example: grateful I can earn online. Grateful for my knowledge. 2. Generosity practice. Give daily. Compliment. A helpful post. A donation. Wealthy identities expand by giving. It rewires your nervous system to see flow, not lack. 3. Opportunity scanning. Every day, list 3 opportunities around you. Could be conversations, online openings, or new skills. Force your brain to scan for growth. 4. Visualization exercise. Close your eyes. Imagine receiving unexpected abundance. A client, an investment, a breakthrough. Feel it in your body. Anchor it. 5. Abundance affirmations. Repeat daily. Money flows to me easily and consistently. Every day, new opportunities surround me. I am a conduit for wealth creation. Scarcity is dead. Abundance is my lens. I expand wealth for myself and others. Do this morning and night. Identity reprogramming is repetition plus emotion. Behavior shaping and identity shifts. Abundance is not just thoughts. It's identity. If you act scarce, your brain locks it in. If you act abundant, your brain adapts. Practical tactics. Celebrate wins publicly. Small wins stack. Scarce minds hide. Abundant minds radiate. Act as if. Behave how your wealthier self would. Speak with confidence now. Carry yourself with presence now. Share knowledge. Scarce minds guard. Abundant minds give and attract networks of value. Surround yourself with expansion. Podcasts, books, mentors. Shift your environment to pull you higher. Your bank account will someday reflect your identity. Decide what identity you embody today. Compounding effect of abundance thinking. Here's how it multiplies. Mindset behaviors results reinforced beliefs stronger mindset. Abundance produces a flywheel. Scarcity produces a death spiral. A one act of gratitude unlocks more optimism. Optimism triggers action. Action creates opportunities. Opportunities compound into wealth. Wealth validates abundance. Over a decade, this compounds beyond imagination. That's why small abundance habits outscale massive scarcity efforts. Exercises and challenge. Here's your 7-day abundance mindset challenge. Print it. Post it. Commit to it. Morning. Write 5 gratitudes, financial plus personal. Read affirmations aloud. During day, perform 1 act of generosity. Spot and list 3 opportunities. Catch 1 scarcity thought. Rewrite it in abundance. Reach out to 1 person with value, not need. Night. A visualization of abundance received. Reflect. Where did I experience abundance today? Do this for 7 days. Then another 7. Keep extending. You will feel it compound. Closing motivational section. Scarcity is the great thief, not of money, but of destiny. Abundance is the limitless fuel. Your past may have wired scarcity into you. Family, school, circumstances, but wiring can be rewritten. Abundance is not luck. It's discipline. It's identity. It's daily practice. Your mind is your wealth factory. Feed it abundance daily, and the factory never stops producing. Remember Evelyn? She didn't wait for proof to think abundantly. She thought abundantly until proof arrived. Today, she lives in flow. You can do the same. Repeat this anchor line every day. Scarcity is a prison. Abundance is my power. I choose power. Now go live it. Millionaire morning rituals. Command your day, command your life. 1. Powerful opening story. From chaos to clarity. Meet David, a once overwhelmed startup founder who woke up exhausted every morning, drowning in email chaos before the sun even rose. His energy was non-existent. He procrastinated his most critical tasks until noon. He felt stuck, spinning, and powerless. Then David discovered Millionaire morning rituals. He committed to one change, taking the first hour of every day and owning it. No phone, no distractions, pure focus. Within 30 days, David's mornings became his fortress of clarity and power. His energy surged, decisions sharpened, and productivity exploded. Projects no longer stalled. Stress evaporated. Opportunities multiplied. Today, David leads a thriving business with 10x the impact and a lifestyle measured in freedom, not fatigue. You can have this too, but it starts with your first hour, because how you wake up determines how you live. 2. Why morning rituals matter. Your morning is a leverage point. Research shows willpower is highest upon waking. Studies from psychologists like Roy Baumeister prove willpower acts like a muscle. It depletes as the day goes on. Use morning willpower to prime success. Decision fatigue hits fast. The Harvard Business Review reveals making too many daily choices slows your brain. Morning routines reduce trivial decisions, reserving mental power for what matters. Morning routines reduce stress and anxiety. A controlled study showed participants with regular rituals had lower cortisol levels and higher happiness scores. Habit stacking. Every small morning action builds on the next, compounding clarity and momentum. Millionaires like Oprah, Tim Ferriss, and Tony Robbins rise before dawn, not by accident but by design. Their rituals are daily cornerstones of unstoppable energy, mindset, and productivity. Science and success converge. Mornings matter because you matter most first thing. 3. Key components of a millionaire morning. Master these elements, stack them deliberately. Physical activation. Start with movement to spark energy. Tony Robbins uses priming exercises to flood the body with oxygen. Oprah starts with yoga. Even 5 minutes of jumping jacks or stretching fires up your brain and metabolism. A mental clarity. Quiet your mind with journaling, meditation, or focused breathing. Robin Sharma calls this solitude genius time. Write your thoughts, set intentions, or clear mental clutter. Knowledge intake. Feed your mind next. James Clear recommends reading or listening to podcasts daily. Absorb ideas that lift your mindset, teach skills, or sharpen strategy. Planning and priority setting. Review goals and set your top 3 most important tasks, MITs, for the day. Tony Robbins calls this deciding what you won't do before deciding what you will. This focus eliminates overwhelm. Affirmations and mindset. Finish with powerful self-talk. Repeat bold affirmations to solidify confidence and abundance. Speak your future into existence. Entrepreneurs like Richard Branson swear by morning movement. Steve Jobs meditated daily. Damon John plans his day with ruthless priority. 4. How to protect your morning time. Obstacles lurk. Snooze addiction, social media rabbit holes, distractions, temptations. Fight back with these strategies. Prep the night before. Set out workout clothes, journal, and books. Plan your wake time. Make morning success inevitable. Use alarms strategically. Place alarms across the room. Avoid snooze temptations. Eliminate digital distractions. No phones first hour. Use do not disturb. Habit triggers and accountability. Use cues, e.g., water glass on nightstand, and accountability partners to solidify ritual commitment. Guard your morning like your most valuable asset because it is. 5. Sample 60-minute millionaire morning routine. A time-blocked, versatile routine for relentless hustle. 5 minutes. Wake and hydrate. Drink 16-ounce water. Deep breaths to oxygenate and awaken instantly. 10 minutes. Movement. Stretch, jog, yoga, or high-intensity interval training. HIIT. To spike dopamine and awaken your nervous system. 10 minutes. Mental clarity. Journal gratitude, intentions, or mind dump worries. Also includes simple meditation or breathing exercises. 10 minutes, visualization and affirmations. Envision goals vividly while repeating empowering affirmations aloud. 10 minutes learning. Read a chapter, listen to an educational podcast, or review notes on skills you're mastering. 10 minutes. Planning. Decisively set your day. Choose top 3 tasks, schedule breaks, and buffer construction for deep work. 5 minutes, reflection and launch. Quick pause to reflect. Mentally prepare for success before diving in. Variations. Entrepreneurs may add networking emails after planning. Executives might include news/trend scanning. Remote workers can extend movement and self-care portions. Remember, consistency, perfection. A steady daily commitment beats occasional bursts. 6. Scientific backing and habit psychology. Mornings fire your brain's prefrontal cortex, home of decision-making and willpower. A habit formation neuroscience shows repetition and reward rewire brain pathways for automatic routine execution. Dopamine spikes from morning movement and wins create positive feedback loops, motivating continuation. The morning rituals reduce decision fatigue, a concept pioneered by Baumeister, freeing mental energy for creative, high-impact decisions later. Regular morning routines boost cortisol regulation, leading to stress resilience. The science is clear. Rituals aren't fluff. They are your brain wiring success. 7. Tips for designing your own millionaire morning. Start small. Begin with 10 to 15 minutes. Build up gently. Parallel with your energy curve. Attract consistency. Use a journal, app, or calendar. Momentum requires visible progress. A habit pairing. Pair new actions with existing habits, e.g., journaling after brushing teeth. A non-negotiable anchor. Treat your ritual like a daily appointment. No exceptions. Your millionaire morning is your personal power hour. Customize rhythm, content, duration to your life, but don't skip it. Consistency is your secret weapon. Exercises and 7-day challenge. 7-day morning ritual challenge. Daily actions. Wake consistent. Same time every day. Hydrate and stretch. Simple activation each AM. A gratitude journal. 3 things each morning. A visualize. Picture 1 key goal, emotion-rich. Learn. 10 minutes reading or podcast. Plan. Outline top 3 daily tasks. A reflect nightly. Wins, energy improvements. Logging and reflection. Use a journal or app to track. Week's end. What changed? Energy, focus, clarity. This challenge converts knowledge into lifelong habits. It's your launchpad. 9. Motivational closing. How you start your day sets the tempo for your entire life. Millionaires and top performers don't stumble through mornings. They own them. Each sunrise is an opportunity to build unstoppable momentum. Small, consistent morning actions don't just add up, they multiply. They compound into extraordinary results that seem like magic to the untrained eye. Remember how David's life changed? Can be your story. The moment you commit your first 60 minutes daily to mastery, clarity, and focus, you reclaim your power. You rewrite your destiny. Rise before the world does. Take your throne. Your morning rituals are your command center. The empire you build today comes from how you start today. You're ready. Now lead. The 1% rule of wealth. Small actions today, massive wins tomorrow. 1. Opening story / from stuck to soaring. Jason was stuck, overwhelmed by debt, a stagnant career, and paralyzed by procrastination. He felt trapped in a constant battle of catch up, always behind, always exhausted. The grand goals he once set were collecting dust in notebooks. Every morning, he woke determined but fell into the same exhausting cycle. Distraction, delay, doubt. Then Jason stumbled on one brutal truth. Small, consistent improvements multiply faster than bursts of effort. Instead of overhauling everything overnight, he committed to improving 1% every single day. It started with tiny changes. Waking 5 minutes earlier, reading one page of a financial book daily, automating a $5 savings transfer each week. Slowly, the fog lifted. Momentum built. Clarity and confidence fueled actions. Within 12 months, Jason was debt-free and growing his net worth steadily. His career took off as he improved key skills daily, landing promotions and clients. That's the power of the 1% rule, undersold but unstoppable. You're about to learn how to harness this simple secret so your life can multiply upward, not in leaps and stumbles, but in steady, assured rhythm toward wealth. 2. The concept of 1% improvement. The 1% rule. It sounds small, but it's explosive. Every single day, if you improve by just 1%, by the end of 1 year, you're nearly 37 times better than when you started. Math doesn't lie. Day 1 is equal to 1.00, starting point. Day 2 is equal to 1.01, 1% improvement. Day 365 equals 1.01365 is almost equal to 37.7, 81.01, caret, 365, backslash approximate 37.7, 81.01365 is almost equal to 37.78. Visualize this. 1% daily improvement times 12 months is not equal to 12% better. It's 5,000% plus growth in a year. A small daily wins compound exponentially while inconsistent efforts peter out. Why do we underestimate this? Because human brains are wired for linear thought, not exponential. We think, I'll never see big impact from a single page or minute. But exponential growth works quietly, stacking bricks every day until they build monuments. Compare two paths. Approach result after 1 year. Dramatic effort bursts, burnout, spikes, repeated starts. Consistent 1% daily transformative exponential growth. The math speaks for itself. Great wealth builders don't move fast and crash. They move steady and skyrocket. 3. Habit stacking for daily wins. How do you make 1% daily improvements inevitable? Habit stacking. Habit stacking means linking new microhabits to existing routines, making them easy, automatic, and sticky. Examples. After brushing your teeth, write a micro goal for the day. After your morning coffee, read 1 page of a wealth-building book. After checking emails, send 1 networking message or review your budget. Micro actions don't have to be big. They just have to be consistent and frictionless. Entrepreneur stories. Tim Ferriss wrote The 4-Hour Workweek 1 paragraph at a time, stacked after daily emails. Marie Forleo built her multimillion-dollar business through daily 10-minute video shoots attached to her morning coffee ritual. Stack your wins. Stack your power. Every tiny task linked to a current habit pulls your future forward, relentlessly. 4. The psychology behind small wins. Why micro wins matter psychologically. Dopamine release. The brain's reward center activates with every small success, fueling motivation loops. A confidence booster. Small wins create evidence you can improve, building self-belief. A momentum builder. Like a snowball, each win gains size, energy, and velocity. Psychologists call this the progress principle. Even minor visible progress spikes happiness and engagement. Identity matters here too. I am the type of person who improves daily, rewires mindset. The phrase, I tried, becomes irrelevant when identity shifts to I improve. Consistency beats perfection. 1% improvement daily, even if imperfect, unlocks mastery over time. 5. Applying 1% improvement to wealth. How does the 1% rule transform money? Simple. Save or invest just 1% more regularly. Automate a $10 weekly increase. In a decade, this snowballs beyond monthly sacrifices. Improve sales or productivity 1% daily. Refine pitches, sharpen skills, tweak marketing by tiny amounts daily, and watch commissions rise. Learn 1% more each day. 5 minutes of investing education or financial podcasts compounds into expert knowledge, fueling smarter money moves. Example story. Sarah, a graphic designer, committed to learning one new marketing skill weekly and saved 1% more automatically each month. 3 years later, she owns a thriving agency, doubling income and net worth annually. Daily, measurable improvements become your financial rocket fuel. Micro wins are cash in your account, not just good intentions. 6. 30-day micro win tracker template. Ready to own your 1% journey? Use this simple tracker. Date habit/action micro win achieved Y/N. Reflection/note. YYYYMMDDEG. Write one financial goal. Y felt motivated today. YYYYMMDDEG. Save extra $5 and missed. Will budget better. How to use. Identify 3 to 5 micro actions aligning with wealth goals. Tick daily yes/no. Do not punish misses. Note learnings. Reflect weekly. Which habit stuck? What needs tweaking? Visual tracking creates feedback. Seeing wins build confidence and momentum. Pro tip. Celebrate your streaks. Habit streaks build dopamine loops that solidify new identity as a daily improver. 7. Practical tips for implementing the 1% rule. Start small. Don't overwhelm with too many habits. Pick one area at a time. Track progress. Use journal or app. Visibility is motivation fuel. Break goals into micro actions. Big goals intimidate. Micro actions empower. Use habit stacking aggressively. Attach improvements to ingrained routines. Celebrate consistency, not perfection. Miss one day, don't quit. Reset immediately. Entrepreneurs swear by this iterative, daily growth mindset. They don't chase one-hit wonders. They rule growth by compounding micro actions. 8. Motivational closing/call to action. Big results do not come from luck or giant leaps. They emerge from small, consistent actions repeated daily, the 1% rule in relentless motion. If you want 10x your finances, mastery, and life in a year, start with one tiny improvement today. Your challenge: commit to 30 days. Track every micro win. Don't break the streak. This is where transformation begins, not in massive effort but in massive consistency. Remember this forever. Success is built at 1% increments, the compound interest of daily discipline. Now own it. High-value thinking time. Busy people stay busy. Thinkers create wealth. 1. Opening story / from firefighting to mastermind. Meet Jessica. Once a hyper-busy executive drowning in a sea of emails, meetings, and urgent fires. Her days blurred into chaos. Reactive firefighting with no time for forward thinking. Despite working longer hours, her results plateaued. Innovation stalled. She felt trapped in urgency, unable to lead strategically. Then Jessica made a radical shift. She blocked 2 hours each week just for deep thinking. No phones, no distractions, no interruptions. Within months, her thinking sessions birthed breakthrough product ideas, improved team strategies, and cleared mental clutter haunting her. She became a visionary leader, commanding her business rather than being dragged by it. Jessica's story is no anomaly. It's a blueprint the world's top wealth creators follow. Thinking time is the secret leverage that multiplies impact and wealth exponentially. You can't buy it. You have to protect it. 2. Busy work versus thinking work. Busy work. The stuff that fills your calendar but drains your energy without moving the needle. Email chains, endless meetings that could be emails, checking social media just to stay updated. It feels productive. It looks productive. but it's often a trap. Thinking work. Deliberate, high-value mental effort spent on strategy, problem-solving, innovation, and deep decision-making. Work that shapes futures. Example. Mark was a manager who spent 80% of his time buried in emails and reactive tasks. Meanwhile, his competitor in the next office blocked 3 hours weekly to map long-term strategy. Guess who got promoted? Your time is your most precious asset. Misallocating it to busy work is like burning dollars in a bonfire. Protecting thinking time is like investing in a high ROI asset that pays dividends indefinitely. The question: are you a busy person spinning wheels, or a thinker who moves mountains? 3. The science behind deep thinking. Your brain's prefrontal cortex is the CEO region, solving problems, envisioning futures, making decisions. But it requires energy, focus, and uninterrupted time. Shallow multitasking floods this system, causing mental fatigue and reduced creativity. Neuroscience shows deep thinking increases cognitive capacity to handle complex problems, enhances neuroplasticity, literally rewiring your brain for higher-level focus. It requires quiet and solitude to maximize insight generation. Mental recovery is essential. Deep thinking is like sharpening the saw. Busy work is chopping wood blindly. Which do you want to be? 4. How top entrepreneurs schedule thinking time. Elon Musk, Warren Buffett, Jeff Bezos, titans who guard their thinking time fiercely. Time blocking. Musk sets hard boundaries for deep work blocks focused on engineering and innovation. Early or late sessions. Buffett practices morning reading and reflection. Bezos devotes mornings to putting on his CEO hat without interruptions. Digital detox. Many avoid emails or notifications during these blocks. A weekly priorities. Setting time weekly to strategize shifts leadership from reactive to proactive. ROI, tenfold. Protected thinking time creates decisions and products worth billions. 5. Creating your weekly thinking ritual. Here's your blueprint to build a powerful weekly ritual. Schedule 1 to 2 hours once weekly, ideally at the same time in a quiet, distraction-free zone. A preparation. Clear your mind. Review last week's wins, challenges, and notes. Bring a notebook. Thinking focus. Long-term strategy. Where are you headed in 1, 5, 10 years? Problem solving. What's blocking growth? How to override. Opportunity scanning. What new avenues exist? Innovation. Brainstorm bold ideas without limits. Documentation. Write key insights, action steps, reflections. This creates accountability. Execution planning. Break big ideas into micro-actions for the coming week. Create your thinking sanctuary. Comfortable space, tools ready, optional white noise or calm music. Eliminate phone, email, and interruptions aggressively. 6. Daily micro-thinking practices. No time for a big weekly block? Start with daily micro-sessions. 10-minute reflection on goals and obstacles. Strategic journaling. What's working? What's not? A mind mapping new ideas or challenges. Asking what-if questions to generate opportunities and solutions. Protect these pockets fiercely. Small doses of deep thought build big results. 7. Tips for avoiding busy work. Escaping busy work requires ruthless prioritization. A weekly review. Identify which tasks actually moved outcomes forward. Cut the rest. Delegate/automate. Offload or systematize repetitive tasks. A high value first. Tackle thinking work before reactive or shallow tasks. Stories of CEOs who freed 20 to 30% of their time from busy work to focus on strategy, leading to exponential growth. 8. Motivational closing/call to action. Busy people stay busy. Thinkers create wealth. Your wealth isn't just what you do. It's how deeply you think before you do. Commit today. Schedule your first weekly thinking time block. No phone, no distractions, just your mind and your vision. Guard it like $1 million asset. Remember, your greatest returns won't come from endless hustle, but from focused, visionary thinking. Own that power. Own your future. Mastering focus and energy. Protect your most valuable wealth, attention, and power. 1. Opening story / from burnout to flow. Meet Alex, a driven entrepreneur who once thrived on adrenaline but crashed spectacularly as distractions, fatigue, and burnout stole his edge. Endless emails, social media pulls, multitasking frenzy left him exhausted and barely finishing tasks. His output flatlined. Frustration and doubt grew. Then Alex vowed to treat focus and energy like gold. Not time, not money, but his core assets. He instituted laser-sharp routines protecting his best brain hours. Energy management became sacred. Distractions were cut mercilessly. Within 3 months, transformation exploded. Alex entered daily flow states, finishing high-impact work quickly, increasing revenue, and rekindling passion. Focus and energy are your foundation of wealth and success. If you leak either, your empire crumbles. 2. Understanding focus and energy as assets. Focus is exponentially more valuable than time. A single 30-minute deep work sprint can produce more than 3 hours of distracted busyness. Neuroscientists find human attention is fragile and precious, easily fractured by interruptions. Energy management spans mental, physical, and emotional realms. A mental, cognitive clarity and willpower needed to tackle complex challenges. A physical, stamina and vitality powering sustained effort. Emotional, resilience to remain motivated under pressure. Research highlights, our attention capacity peaks early. Frequent interruptions impose substantial productivity costs. Decision fatigue, Baumeister's work, shows self-control draining with every choice made. A multitasking reduces efficiency by up to 40%. The wealthy guard these assets fiercely, investing in rest, environment design, and discipline to protect focus and energy. 3. Common distractions and energy drainers. Typical focus killers. Social media scrolling's dopamine trap. Email obsession and check every 5 minutes syndrome. Endless meetings without clear purpose. Multitasking illusion. Digital notifications pinging distraction. A negative self-talk draining emotional energy. The result? Brain fog, stress accumulation, creativity evaporation, and missed opportunities. Example. Sarah lost 15 hours weekly to email distractions. After detoxing her inbox and notifications, she reclaimed energy that doubled her productivity. Small distractions add up into massive opportunity cost, leaking you dry daily. 4. Science of attention and energy cycles. Focus works in rhythms called ultradian cycles, about 90 to 120 minutes of intense concentration followed by 15 to 20 minutes of rest. Working against these natural cycles invites burnout. Deep thinking requires undisturbed concentration. Even brief disruptions reset attention clocks. Recovery isn't weakness, it's a necessity. Mental fatigue reduces prefrontal cortex function vital for focus and decision-making. Metaphor. A busy work, chopping wood blindly. A thinking work, sharpening the saw purposefully. Top performers schedule tasks to align with peak energy windows. Mornings for deep work, afternoons for meetings / light tasks, breaks to recharge. 5. Practical focus and energy techniques. Implement these now to protect your assets. Distraction detox. Mute notifications. Block distracting apps. Create phone-free zones, especially during deep work. Energy blocks. Work in 60 to 90-minute sprints with 10 to 15-minute breaks. Pomodoro technique variant. Avoid mindset fragmentation. Physical boosters. Hydrate immediately in the morning. Move / stretch hourly to increase blood flow. Short bursts of exercise re-energize brain performance. A mental reset. Quick meditation, mindful breathing, or micronaps reduce cognitive clutter and restore clarity. A priority alignment. Eat the frog. Tackle your most important, high-impact tasks first to leverage peak willpower. Elon Musk blocks time obsessively. Ariana Huffington prioritizes naps and sleep to fuel creativity. Tim Ferriss uses 4-minute breathing exercises before deep work. Real success stories anchor these strategies. 6. Designing a personal focus planner. Create your focus and energy planner. Step 1. Time block daily high-value tasks during your natural peak energy times. Step 2. Track your energy flow hourly. Note dips and surges. Adjust workload accordingly. Step 3. Schedule weekly deep thinking and learning sessions when mental energy is highest. Step 4. Include reflection space to review daily wins, focus lapses, and energy patterns. Sample daily template. Time task description priority. High, med, low, energy level. 1 to 10, notes/reflection. 6 to 7 o'clock morning movement plus hydrate high 8 great start. 7 to 8:30 deep work. Strategy high 9 flow state. 8:30 to 8:45 break plus hydration. Regular use trains your brain to peak repeatedly, maximizes productivity, and reveals patterns for continuous improvement. 7. Building focus as a habit. Attention and energy management are habits forged over time, starting small. Embrace single tasking over multitasking. Use morning routines to prime mental clarity. Employ evening reflection to reset mindset and energy for the next day. Track progress. Consistency is king. Reinforce wins by celebrating focus streaks. Shift identity. I am a person who protects my focus and energy fiercely. Embodying this transforms scattered effort into power. 8. Motivational closing/call to action. Focus and energy aren't unlimited resources. They're your most valuable currency. Protect them like a billionaire guards assets. Your ability to concentrate deeply on what matters and sustain physical/emotional power is the foundation for all high achievement. Start today. Design your personal focus planner and implement one distraction detox step. Track your energy hourly tomorrow. Notice the difference. Remember, the wealth you seek isn't built on hours. It's built on quality attention and vibrant energy over those hours. This is discipline. This is mastery. This is your edge. Own it fiercely. The power of daily learning. Knowledge builds wealth. Learning builds the wealthy. 1. Opening story / from stagnation to strategic edge. Meet Lisa, a mid-level manager with big dreams who found herself stuck in career and financial limbo. Month after month, opportunities passed her by, blocked by knowledge gaps and stagnation. She watched colleagues rise as promotions evaded her. Then Lisa discovered the power of daily self-education. Starting small, just 20 minutes nightly reading business books, financial blogs, and listening to podcasts, transformed her thinking. Fresh ideas sparked innovation projects. Sharp insights landed her coveted assignments. Within a year, she launched a side business, increased her income, and mastered investment basics. Daily learning was the multiplier she never knew she needed, compounding knowledge into massive advantage. This is the urgency. Learning every day is not optional. It's your competitive edge. The gap between you and the wealthy comes down to what you absorb daily and how you apply it relentlessly. 2. Why daily learning creates millionaires. Continuous self-education is the great separator between high performers and the average. It expands knowledge and skills, sharpening your currency in any market. It boosts decision-making and problem-solving speed, qualities every entrepreneur needs. It builds adaptability for rapid change, a must in today's fast-paced world. Warren Buffett reads 500 pages a day. Elon Musk studies dozens of fields ceaselessly. Oprah Winfrey devours lessons relentlessly. They don't stumble on success. They build it brick by brick through learning. Their wealth isn't luck. It's the harvest of lifelong study. 3. The science and psychology of learning. Learning rewires your brain through neuroplasticity. Every new fact, skill, or concept forms and strengthens neural pathways. Habit formation science tells us that small, consistent inputs build momentum. Daily exposure, even 30 focus minutes, compounds into massive intelligence over months and years. Your brain grows with what you feed it. Repetition fosters mastery. Curiosity fuels growth. Focus cements retention. Lifelong learners possess a brain wired for adaptation and innovation, the core of entrepreneurial success. 4. Examples of high performers who learn constantly. Stories of relentless learners span industries. Bill Gates reads 50 books a year and reflects deeply. Sarah Blakely leveraged daily learning to build Spanx from startup to unicorn. Naval Ravikant prioritizes mental models and knowledge accumulation daily. Angela Duckworth's grit research reveals that learning habit is key to breakthroughs. Each success story highlights a daily learning commitment powering smarter decisions, faster growth, and innovative ventures. 5. Creating a 30-minute daily learning system. Step-by-step system. Set a specific time, morning quiet, lunch break, or evening focus. Choose when your mind is sharpest. Choose your medium. Books, audiobooks, podcasts, courses. Focus on high-value, relevant content. Define objectives. Financial literacy, entrepreneurship, investing, or leadership skills. Set clear goals. Take notes. Highlight insights. Write summaries to solidify comprehension. Apply learning. Implement one micro-action daily inspired by new knowledge. Variations exist. 4 busy days, 10-minute pods of learning. On weekends, deep dive sessions. Consistency, not volume, guarantees compounding mastery. 6. Habit stacking and reinforcement. Integrate learning seamlessly. After morning coffee, 30 minutes reading. Before bed, review notes, reflect on applications. Consistency beats binge learning. Habit stacking builds relentless momentum. Micro practices. Summarize key takeaways daily. Teach concepts to others to amplify retention. Journal insights and plan application. Small daily learning doses create a vast pond of knowledge over time. 7. Measuring progress and staying motivated. Track your learning streaks and reflect weekly. Use a journal or app to log minutes, content, and insights. Share goals with accountability partners or groups. Reward milestones. Small celebrations fuel momentum. Remember, real returns are in applied knowledge, not passive consumption. Bridge intake with action to accelerate growth. 8. Motivational closing/call to action. Your wealth and success will only rise to the level of your knowledge and skills. Commit today to 30 minutes of focused learning daily for 30 days. Track progress. Reinforce identity as an unstoppable learner. Remember Buffett. The more you learn, the more you earn. Start now, start small, but start relentlessly. This is the foundation of millionaire thinking. Money discipline. Spend like the rich. Master your money. Multiply your wealth. 1. Opening story / from debt to discipline. Meet Marcus, a man whose income doubled over 5 years but whose bank account barely budged. His problem wasn't earning. It was spending without discipline. Credit card debt, impulsive buys, no clear plan. He believed wealth would come from the next paycheck, lottery, or lucky break. Then everything changed. Marcus met a mentor who tore down his reckless money myths and handed him one brutal truth. You will never get rich by how much you earn if you don't master how you spend. The turnaround was not glamorous. It was discipline, controlling cash flow, cutting waste, reinvesting smartly. Today Marcus is a self-made millionaire, not because he makes more, but because he controls where every dollar flows. Spend like the rich or stay broke playing paycheck ping pong. Your discipline here births your legacy. 2. Breaking myths about how millionaires spend. Myth number 1. Millionaires spend wildly all the time. Truth. Most millionaires spend purposefully. They prioritize value and long-term gains over impulsive joys. Myth number 2. Saving enough is all you need. Investing is optional. Truth. Saving is dead money without investment growth. Rich savers become wealthy through disciplined investing. Myth number 3. Wealth comes from luck or inheritance. Truth. Self-made millionaires build through intentional habits and mindset. Examples: Warren Buffett lives frugally, driving modest cars. Oprah Winfrey invests heavily in education and philanthropy while maintaining financial prudence. Key principles: intentionality, value-based spending, and strategic thinking, not reckless splurges. 3. Cash flow management principles. Millionaires know their money flow inside out. They track every dollar in and out. Prioritize investments and reinvestment over spending binges. Keep enough liquidity for emergencies and strategic opportunities. My money is a tool. I wield it, not chase it, says successful entrepreneur Lisa. Pay yourself first. Allocate savings and investment funds before discretionary spending. Automate it. Case study. Business owner Sarah grew profits 300% by shifting from chaotic cash flow to strict budgeting and reinvestment control. 4. Cutting waste and optimizing expenses. Millionaires don't just save. They cut waste ruthlessly. Avoid lifestyle inflation. Increase income, but keep living expenses steady or grow modestly. Analyze recurring costs. Subscriptions, memberships, and used services. / what doesn't serve your goals. Intentional spending. Every purchase aligns with value or investment, not emotional cravings or keeping up. Story. James realized $400 per month were leaking into forgotten digital subscriptions. Redirecting just that turned into his first investment seed money. Small waste reductions compound like dollar dividends, often the fastest earnings boost. 5. The Rich Spending Blueprint. Your ultimate money map for discipline and growth. Step 1. Income allocation. Fixed expenses, 30 to 40%. Investment reserves, 20 to 40%. Emergency liquidity, 10 to 20%. Discretionary spending, 10 to 20%. Step 2. Investment priorities. Stock market vehicles, real estate holdings, business ventures, education and skill building. Step 3. Lifestyle expenses. A conscious, aligned spending on health, relationships, and experiences that compound happiness and productivity. Step 4. Tracking and review. Weekly cash flow review. A monthly portfolio adjustments. Quarterly goal reassessment. Template. Category % of income monthly allocation notes. Fixed expenses 35% $X, XXX rent, utilities, food. Investments 30% $X, XXX stock, real estate fund. Emergency fund 15% $X, XXX savings / liquidity buffer. Discretionary 20% $X, XXX travel, entertainment. Customize per your income and goals. Discipline means structure, not deprivation. 6. Reinvestment and compounding wealth. Money discipline unlocks power. Reinvest, compound, repeat. Every dollar saved and wisely reinvested grows exponentially. Millionaires funnel profits back into businesses, stocks, or self-education, multiplying outcomes instead of burning gains on fleeting pleasures. Example. Entrepreneur Ahmed reinvested monthly profits into marketing and skills. 5 years later, his business quadrupled in value. Mini framework. Earn, save, reinvest, repeat. Truly wealthy people think in cycles, not moments. 7. Building a wealth mindset around spending. Mindset fuels behavior. Millionaires value long-term gains over short-term thrills. Every purchase complements the bigger vision, not derails it. Exercises. A monthly spending audit. Review expenses. Does each align with your wealth goal? Would I invest this? Reflection before major buys. A spending journal. Capture emotions before and after purchases to break impulsive patterns. This mindset anchors your money discipline in psychological reality. 8. Motivational closing / call to action. Your wealth isn't built on what you earn alone, but by how strategically you spend and reinvest. Implement the Rich Spending Blueprint this week. Map your cash flow. Cut the fat. Reinvest aggressively. Remember, discipline is the bridge between income and legacy. Tony Robbins reminds us, it's not about the money, it's about the freedom to do what you want. Master spending discipline. Master your freedom. Master your life. The fear and risk equation. Master risk. Master reward. 1. Opening story / from paralysis to power. Meet Rachel, a promising entrepreneur staring at a fork in the road. An opportunity to invest her savings into a fledgling tech startup could either catapult her wealth or wipe out her nest egg. The fear gripped her. What if she lost it all? Stuck in indecision, weeks passed. Then Rachel decided, no more paralysis. She adopted a calculated approach, weighing risks and rewards systematically and preparing for contingencies. She invested thoughtfully, planned her exits, and leaned into uncertainty. Within 2 years, that risk paid off tenfold, launching her into financial independence and business growth. Fear is inevitable, but mastery over risk, the ability to evaluate and act confidently, separates the wealthy from the fearful masses. 2. Understanding risk and fear. Risk is the balance between potential loss and potential reward. Wealth comes from navigating this equation with precision. Emotional fear, paralysis, anxiety, avoidance of all risk. It's the beast blocking millions from success. Examples: refusing to invest because of what-if thoughts, losing clear-headedness to panic. Rational fear, calculated concern that informs preparation and caution. It guides smart entrepreneurs who say, I understand the downsides and have a plan. Example: an investor who panics sells all stocks in a market dip. Emotional fear. Another researches, adjusts allocations, and buys dips strategically. Rational fear. Recognizing the type of fear you feel is your first step toward mastery. 3. The psychology of the rich when facing risk. Millionaires view risk as a lever, not a barrier. They evaluate reward relative to risk, never chasing blind hopes. They plan contingencies, insurance, emergency funds, fallback options. They are comfortable with calculated uncertainty, knowing risk fuels growth. Stories: Elon Musk risked early Tesla investments, hedging with SpaceX successes. Sarah Blakely tested products meticulously but launched boldly, knowing failure is possible but manageable. Wealthy minds don't fear risk. They respect it and harness it. 4. The 5-step risk calculation method. Master this framework for every decision. Step description sample question/template. 1. Define the decision clearly. What exactly is the choice? What's at stake and opportunity? Should I invest $10,000 in this startup? 2. Identify potential outcomes: best case, worst case, and most likely scenarios. Best: triple return. Worst: lose investment. Likely: moderate growth. 3. Assess likelihood and impact probability estimate for each outcome. Financial/personal impact scale: 50% success, 20% failure, 30% moderate. Impact: $10,000 gain/loss. 4. Mitigation and contingency planning. What steps reduce risk? Backup plans? Diversify portfolio. Keep emergency cash. Exit strategy. 5. Decision and action plan. Commit to the choice and outline next steps. Invest $5,000 now. Monitor quarterly. Set exit point. Practice this on small decisions to build confidence for bigger moves. 5. Emotional mastery techniques for risk. Tame emotional fear with these tools. A visualization. Imagine success vividly, then also visualize manageable failure with calm response strategies. A mindset reframe. See failure as feedback, not catastrophe. Each setback is a lesson, not the end. A breathing and meditation. Use controlled breathing or micro-meditations to calm racing thoughts and regain clarity. High achievers swear by these. Jeff Bezos spent early meetings in silence to focus. Serena Williams uses visualization before every serve. 6. Applying the risk equation in daily life. Use the 5-step method daily. Financial, investment picks, major purchases, business expansions. Career, job shifts, raises, entrepreneurship leaps. Personal, relocation, partnerships, lifestyle shifts. Learn by doing. Review outcomes and refine your risk calculus continuously. Expertise grows with experience. 7. Motivational closing/call to action. Fear is natural. Mastering risk is a learned skill. This week, pick one decision where you will apply the 5-step risk method. Commit fully. Remember this: courage is not the absence of fear but the triumph over it. Nelson Mandela. Wealth favors the bold with clarity. Now is your moment to own it. Failure is data, not death. Reframe setbacks. Accelerate growth. 1. Opening story / from crushing defeat to unstoppable success. Years before revolutionizing the electric light, Thomas Edison failed over 1,000 times trying to invent a viable filament. Each failure was a public spectacle, a personal blow. Yet Edison famously declared, "I have not failed. I've just found 1,000 ways that won't work." Steve Jobs faced a stark defeat when ousted from Apple, his own company. Public humiliation could have broken him. But instead, he built Next and Pixar, learned brutal lessons, and returned decades later to lead Apple to unprecedented heights. Oprah Winfrey endured early career setbacks, including being fired from a television job. Her response? She used those failures as fuel, building an empire that reshaped media and philanthropy globally. Failure is inevitable on the road to greatness, but survival and growth depend on how you respond. 2. The psychology of failure. Failure stings because it threatens our identity. The human brain links failure to ego threat, fear of social judgment, and painful self-comparison. Emotional instinct screams, danger, triggering fight, flight, or freeze. Yet, the rational mind invites a different perspective. Failure is simply information, a signal to rethink, refine, and redirect. Your mindset dictates which response dominates. Emotional reactions trap you in resentment and stagnation. Rational analysis transforms setbacks into springboards. The gap between winners and losers is often how they process failure, not whether they experience it. 3. How successful people reinterpret failure. Patterns emerge from history's most successful. Edison's relentless experimentation, reflection, and repeated adjustment evolved failure into innovation. A Jobs comeback story, acceptance of failure, deep reflection, and strategic pivot created a legendary second act. A Winfrey's resilience journey. She rewrote failure as a stepping stone instead of a tombstone, fueling persistence. Their approach: reflect deeply, extract lessons, refine strategy, refuse quitting. 4. Introducing the failure to feedback framework. A practical method to turn failure into fuel. Step description example questions. 1. Acknowledge the failure, accept failure objectively without blame or denial. What happened? When? How did I contribute? 2. Analyze the cause, identify root causes and patterns. What decisions led here? What external factors? 3. Extract lessons, derive actionable insights for improvement. What can I do differently? What did I learn? 4. Adjust and plan, pivot strategy or behavior accordingly. What small changes will I implement next? 5. Execute and iterate, apply, monitor, and refine continuously. How will I measure progress? When will I review? Apply this framework to both personal and professional setbacks. The goal: transform failures into strategic data points on the path forward. 5. Cultivating a growth mindset around failure. Growth demands discomfort. To build resilience, failure is not equal to self-worth. Separate actions/outcomes from identity. Resilience is a muscle. Each setback flexes strength and adaptability. Exercises: a journaling failed attempts with lessons extracted. A rewriting failure narratives into growth stories. A celebrating small wins in recovery and progress. Commit to embracing failure signals as growth catalysts, not defeat markers. 6. Applying the framework in daily life. Concrete applications. Business. Product flops, missed targets, client losses. Analyze and pivot strategies quickly. Career. Rejections, layoffs, stalled promotions. Extract skill gaps, network smarter. Personal fitness setbacks, relationship failures, learning struggles. Adjust approaches patiently. Incremental improvement compounds as you reinforce failure to feedback in all life arenas. 7. Motivational closing/call to action. Failure is data, not death. Your trajectory depends on mastering the art of response. Identify one recent failure this week. Apply the framework rigorously. Commit to fearless, informed iterations. Remember, Edison's light didn't emerge from success, but from the courage to fail boldly, learn relentlessly, and keep trying. Your future demands the same ruthless mindset. Own it. Emotional mastery under pressure. Master your emotions, master your outcomes. 1. Opening story/clutch calm in the heat of battle. Picture Michael Jordan, 1998 NBA Finals. Game 6. The clock ticks down. The score is tight. The pressure suffocating. Around him, chaos. Roaring crowds, deafening silence in his mind. Panic or clarity? Jordan breathed deeply, silenced doubt, and took the shot that made him a legend. Or consider CEO Sarah navigating a sudden financial crisis. Her team panicked, headlines screamed, and stakes soared. Yet Sarah's calm, a product of years mastering herself under pressure, became her superpower. Strategic decisions, steady leadership, and decisive action salvaged the company. Moments like these don't just happen. They are earned through emotional mastery, the ability to stay calm, clear, and decisive under fire. Your ability to command your emotions is the bridge between pressure and performance. Without it, potential collapses. With it, greatness awakens. 2. Understanding emotional responses under pressure. Stress triggers the primal fight-or-flight response, flooding your system with adrenaline that heightens alertness but clouds judgment. Emotional pitfalls, a panic, sudden loss of composure, impeding clear thought. Overreaction, inflated responses that exacerbate problems. Analysis paralysis, overthinking to the point of inaction. Impulsivity, rash decisions with long-term consequences. Reactive emotions freeze or fling you into chaos. Proactive responses harness calm and clarity. Recall Emily's botched deal after she panicked in negotiation, versus her next big win when she regulated emotions, paused, and recalibrated approach. Understanding your emotional triggers is the first step to mastery. 3. Emotional mastery in high achievers. Elite performers share traits. A Serena Williams serving match point, lava-hot pressure, yet flawless composure and precision. A Jeff Bezos deciding on risky investments by separating emotion from data, embracing uncertainty strategically. A military commanders directing troops under life-or-death stress through practice calm and swift decisiveness. Their common denominator? Rigorous preparation, self-awareness, and mental rehearsal cement calming habits. Emulate their discipline, and you command pressure instead of surrendering to it. 4. Quick reset breathing techniques. Use your breath to rapidly regain control. The box breathing. Inhale 4 steps, hold 4, exhale 4, hold 4, repeat 4 cycles. Resets nervous system instantly. For 7-8 breathing. Inhale 4, hold 7, exhale 8. Slows heart rate, combat anxiety. Diaphragmatic breathing. Deep belly breaths engaging diaphragm, reduces cortisol, and grounds focus. Practice length. Just 1 to 3 minutes. Use before tough calls, public speaking, or heated moments. 5. Mental reset and cognitive techniques. Train your mind to reframe emotional storms. A visualization. Picture success and calm responses before high-pressure events. A self-talk. Swap panic narratives with empowering affirmations. I am calm, capable, and clear. A chunking. Break overwhelming problems into manageable parts to avoid flooding your mind. Stories. Basketball players rehearse game-winning shots mentally. CEOs map crisis responses to reduce panic. 6. Building emotional resilience daily. Mastery comes from daily commitment. A mindfulness or meditation practices build attention regulation. A journaling emotional triggers reveals patterns and progress. A controlled exposure to discomfort conditions calm in real scenarios. These aren't magic pills but invincible habits forged over time. 7. Creating your personal emotional mastery toolkit. Step by step. Identify your unique stress and emotional triggers. Pick preferred breathing and mental reset techniques. Schedule daily micro-practices, 1 to 5 minutes. Track emotional responses and review improvements weekly. Template example. Daily emotional check-in form logging triggers, technique used and outcome. 8. Motivational closing/call to action. Pressure is inevitable. Mastery of emotions under pressure defines your legacy. Commit now. Practice daily resets. Apply your toolkit in one high-pressure moment this week. Watch overwhelm morph into opportunity. Remember, it's not the load that breaks you. It's the way you carry it. Own your strength. Lead with calm. Triumph with clarity. Building resilience like a millionaire. Adversity is the forge. Resilience is your armor. 1. Opening story/rise from the ashes. Before Tony Robbins became a global powerhouse, he faced crushing hardship, financial ruin, family trauma, and despair. Yet those dark moments became his crucible. Instead of surrendering, he embraced adversity, learning lessons most shy away from. Robbins once said, "It's in the moments of decision that your destiny is shaped." His decisions to rise rather than retreat carved his path to success. This is no rare tale. Every millionaire story shares moments of struggle, doubt, and fear, and the resilience to bounce back stronger and wiser. The question: will you let adversity break you or build you? Resilience is the secret lever separating quitters from conquerors. 2. What resilience really means. Resilience is more than toughness or mere endurance. It's the ability to recover fast, adapt fluidly, and not just survive but thrive under pressure. It's mental flexibility in storms. It's emotional agility in uncertainty. It's physical stamina for long-haul battles. Importantly, resilience isn't innate. It's a trainable skill. Millionaires like Sarah Blakely or Richard Branson show consistent resilience, weathering failure and reinventing with relentless grit. Your resilience muscle can grow, hardening the more you engage it consciously. 3. How millionaires build resilience through adversity. Millionaires don't avoid challenges. They welcome them as growth fuel. Their resilience secrets include deframing adversity as opportunity. Every challenge teaches me something valuable. Learning from failure. Not fearing mistakes but mining them for insights. Holding long-term vision. Keeping eyes on the prize amid short-term setbacks. Entrepreneurs who lost businesses, investors who weathered crashes, and leaders who faced crises all rebounded by applying these resilience principles. 4. Daily practices to strengthen resilience. Practical daily habits forge mental toughness. Journaling challenges and insights. Track setbacks and lessons regularly. A visualization and mental rehearsal. Pre-experience obstacles and your empowered responses. A positive self-talk and affirmations. Counter defeatist thoughts with strength-building statements. A physical wellness. Movement, hydration, and sleep underpin clarity and stamina. These compound over time into unshakable resilience. 5. The 7-Day Resilience Challenge. A practical, step-by-step challenge to build your resilience. Day 1. Reflect on past challenges. Write failures, lessons, and growth moments. Day 2. Identify current stressors. List and classify controllable versus uncontrollable. Day 3. Mental reframing. Turn perceived problems into opportunities for growth. Day 4. Strengthen body and mind. Exercise, hydrate, practice breathing or meditation. Day 5. Take a calculated risk. Do something small but meaningful outside your comfort zone. Day 6. Gratitude and perspective. Write 5 things grateful for, building mental resilience. Day 7. Commit to long-term vision. Align daily actions with goals. Visualize success. Plan next steps. Includes a daily worksheet template for journaling, reflection, and tracking progress. 6. Applying resilience in daily life. Resilience is a daily discipline, not just crisis response. A morning mindset routines to prime strength. Evening reflections to integrate lessons and adjust. Periodic vision reviews to recalibrate purpose. Regular practice turns resilience into autopilot, compounding over time into confidence and composure. 7. Motivational closing/call to action. Adversity is the training ground for millionaires. Your resilience is the bridge between setbacks and success. Commit now to the 7-day challenge and let every hurdle become fuel for your ascent. Remember, the greatest glory is not in never falling but in rising every time we fall. Nelson Mandela, your future demands that you rise, stronger, smarter, and unstoppable. How the rich handle uncertainty. Master the unknown. Command the future. 1. Opening story/thriving amid chaos. Warren Buffett, amid the 2008 financial meltdown, stood calm while panic raged. As others sold off assets, Buffett saw opportunity, a moment to buy quality companies at discounts. His confidence amid uncertainty turned a crisis into unprecedented wealth. Across history, generals like Napoleon thrived on battlefield fog. Decisions under chaos shaped empires. What separates leaders like Buffett and Napoleon from the fearful masses? Emotional mastery, strategic frameworks, and relentless embrace of uncertainty. Uncertainty is unavoidable. Mastery over it creates fortunes and legacies. 2. Understanding uncertainty. Uncertainty is the condition of unknown outcomes, omnipresent in business, investing, and life. Humans instinctively fear it due to a loss aversion. Dread of negative outcomes outweighs anticipation of gains. Ego attachment. Need for control and predictability. Overconfidence. Illusion of knowing future certainties. Reactive responses freeze or panic. Proactive approaches dissect ambiguity into manageable intelligence. 3. Mental models for navigating uncertainty. Master these mental tools to think clearly under ambiguity. Probabilistic thinking. Weigh likelihood, not absolutes. Assess chance over certainty. A margin of safety. Build buffers against worst-case scenarios, protecting downside. A optionality. Keep options open, maximize upside while limiting downside. A second-order thinking. Consider ripple effects beyond immediate outcomes. A scenario planning. Visualize multiple futures, prepare flexible strategies. War analogies. Sun Tzu's art of war depends on adapting plans as new intelligence emerges. Mini exercises prompt you to apply each model in daily choices. E.g., identify your margin of safety in your current investments. 4. Business and war analogies. Napoleon's brisk adaptability on shifting battlefields echoes in CEOs pivoting through recessions. Sun Tzu's core wisdom. In the midst of chaos, there is also opportunity. Tech leaders navigating rapid disruption echo military commanders balancing aggression and patience. Lessons. Strategic intelligence gathering, flexibility, decisive action, and relentless patience when uncertain wars, be they markets or battlefields. 5. The Uncertainty Checklist. Your step-by-step tool for ambiguity mastery. Step description. Clarify what you can control, distinguish controllable from uncontrollable factors. Gather critical information, focus on high-impact, relevant data. Assess risk versus reward, apply 5-step risk calculation from Chapter 13. Prepare contingency plans, develop fallback strategies and backups. Decide and act with confidence, avoid analysis paralysis. Commit decisively. Review and adapt, regularly evaluate outcomes and adjust strategies. Maintain mental composure, use emotional mastery techniques under pressure. Visual template included for personal/business decisions. Replicate and refine regularly. 6. Developing confidence in ambiguity. Build uncertainty confidence by a scenario planning drills, expanding your mental maps. A low-stakes calculated risks, expanding your comfort zone. Reflecting on past successes, navigating unknowns. Think of decision-making under uncertainty as a muscle that grows stronger with use, reducing fear and enhancing clarity. 7. Applying the framework in daily life. Practical applications. Financial. Invest during volatile markets with measured optionality and margin of safety. The career. Decide on job changes or promotions amidst shifting industries with scenario planning. Personal. Relocations, partnerships, major purchases under ambiguity are navigated confidently. Remember, uncertainty isn't a barrier. It's a hidden path to an edge. 8. Motivational closing/call to action. The rich don't fear uncertainty. They thrive in it. Your mindset and tools determine your advantage. This week, apply the uncertainty checklist to one high-stakes decision. Own the unknown. Act with clarity. In uncertainty lies opportunity. Those who master it shape the future. The money machine mindset. From trading time to engineering wealth. 1. Opening hook and mindset shift. The architect versus the worker. Imagine two people waking up at dawn. One trades hours for dollars every day, working harder, faster, always chasing the clock. No matter how much they hustle, the ceiling remains fixed by time and effort. The other builds a money machine, systems that hum day and night, generating cash flow even while they sleep or play. Their money works for them, compounding and scaling independently. Millionaires don't work for money. They engineer systems that make money work for them. Think of it like an engine that runs endlessly, fueled by smart design, not sweat equity. This mindset shift separates the restless from the free, the struggler from the creator. 2. The core belief shift, from labor to systems. The majority live trapped in active income, time for money trade-offs that limit earning potential. Millionaires think in systems, not hours. Freedom through scalable mechanisms. Wealth through compounding results, not linear effort. Bottleneck removal via automation and delegation. Systems thinking unlocks leverage. Your elbow grease becomes multiplied by capital, technology, and teams. Key principles. Leverage. Making resources work beyond your limitations. Compounding. Reinvesting returns to grow exponentially. Bottlenecks. Identifying and eliminating constraints. Building freedom starts with building systems. 3. The 3 pillars of the money machine. Leverage. Using other people's time, skills, and money to amplify results. Examples: hiring teams, licensing products, investing other people's capital, technology platforms. Mini case: a solopreneur automating marketing funnels and hiring virtual assistants, boosting output 10x. Cash flow. Creating predictable, recurring income streams from assets. Sources: rentals, royalties, subscriptions, dividends, online businesses. Mini case: a real estate investor building steady rental income covering living expenses. Automation. Systems and processes that eliminate your direct involvement. Includes workflows, tech tools, standard operating procedures, delegation. Mini case: e-commerce entrepreneur automating inventory and customer service, freeing time from hands-on management. Together, these pillars power a money machine that builds wealth day by day without burnout. 4. The money machine blueprint diagram. Visual flow. Input, systems, output, reinvestment loop. Input, capital, time, knowledge. Systems, business model, automation, team, technology. Output, recurring cash flow and compounding returns. A reinvestment engine. Profits reinvested to scale further. Parts labeled. Acquisition system. How customers/assets are acquired. Fulfillment system. Delivery, service. Cash flow reservoir. Revenue collection and management. Reinvestment engine. Funds recycled for growth. Step-by-step building. Start lean, test systems, automate small tasks, delegate functions, then scale with reinvestment. 5. Examples of real money machines. Rental properties. Acquire, manage teams/tech, generate steady rent, reinvest profits. Digital products. Create once, automate sales funnels, generate passive income. Dividend portfolios. Build portfolios that pay steady dividends reinvested for growth. Content plus monetization flywheel. Create audience, produce consistent content, monetize with ads, sponsorships, products, reinvest. Each case illustrates leveraging people and tech for scalable compounding returns. 6. Common myths that block system thinking. You need millions to start. False. Systems start small and grow exponentially. I have to do everything myself. False. Delegation and tech amplify output. Passive income is a scam. False. Real passive income comes from designed, working systems, not fantasy. Reframe with examples. Start lean, learn fast, scale effectively. 7. Your first money machine plan. Guided worksheet steps. Define your asset or business to build. Identify leverage points. What can you outsource, automate, or fund? Map cash flow streams you'll create or enhance. Design automation and delegation processes. Set reinvestment rules for profits. Commit to a 90-day launch and scale challenge. This blueprint transforms overwhelm into clear, actionable steps toward money machine creation. 8. Motivational closing/call to action. Stop being the worker trading time for pay. Become the architect building money machines that grow on their own. Millionaires don't chase dollars, they build engines generating wealth while they live. Your money machine awaits. Start today. Visualize your life when revenue flows while you sleep. Build systems. Build freedom. Build your legacy. Creating multiple income streams. Never rely on one faucet. Build a financial river. Opening the danger of a single income. Imagine losing your job overnight. For most, this means losing every cent of income. It's a grim statistic. During the 2008 recession, millions lost their only source of cash and plunged into crisis. Contrast that with the average millionaire. Research shows they sustain 7 or more streams of income. When one dries up, others keep flowing. Their financial table stands firm on many legs. The average earner? A wobbly table crashing as soon as the one leg fails. Mindset shift. Never rely on one faucet. Build a financial river, income that pours in from several directions. The core principle. Income diversification. Income diversification is the art and science of building multiple earning channels. It matters because it drastically reduces risk. It builds resilience against shocks, layoffs, recessions, industry changes. It opens doors to growth, opportunity, and true financial freedom. Metaphor. A table with one leg collapses. A table with 7 legs stands strong through any storm. Today's economy is fluid and fast-changing. Diversification isn't just smart. It's essential for survival and prosperity. Active versus passive income. Type definition. Time involved examples. Active income, money for hours and effort spent, ongoing salary, consulting, coaching. Passive income, money earned by systems/assets doing the work, front-loaded, then automated, royalties, real estate, dividends. Active income is doing the work yourself, trading time for dollars. Passive income uses systems and assets. Work is done up front, but income arrives on autopilot. Millionaires use active income to build passive income engines, moving from paycheck dependency to wealth independence. The income stream portfolio strategy. Like investing, income streams should be planned, layered, and diversified. Start with 1 to 2 active streams for quick cash flow, e.g. freelance work, part-time consulting. A layer in 2 to 3 passive streams, e.g. real estate, digital products, dividend stocks. Build one at a time. Systemize and automate each before layering the next. Portfolio logic. One stable stream before expanding, not scattered effort everywhere. This keeps energy focused and resilience high. 10 proven scalable income streams. Below are 10 real-world scalable income streams. Each comes with setup difficulty, time to cash flow, passive potential, risk, and scalability so you can compare. Stream setup time to cash flow, passive, risk, scalability, pros, cons. Digital products, med, high margin. Repeatable sales requires audience/marketing. Affiliate marketing, low fast, med, low high, fast to start. Flexible income varies, needs traffic. Subscription memberships, med, high, recurring revenue. Loyal community, ongoing value/content needed. Licensing, IP, med, slow, high royalties. Leverages skills, complexity, legal work. Dividend stock investing, low, slow / varies, high, med, stable income. Low labor market risk, limited growth. Rental properties, high, slow, high, med, high, steady cash flow. Equity growth, capital intensive, management needed. Content monetization, med, slow, med, high, creative freedom. Branding, slow build up, algorithm risk. Online services/agencies med fast low med best for skilled creators involves ongoing client work. SaaS/app businesses high slow high very high huge potential. Recurring revenue tech development, competition. Print on demand/ecom med high easy to launch, wide marketplace competition, margins. Choose streams based on your skills, risk tolerance, and how much time/capital is available. How to choose your first 2 to 3 streams. Framework for selection. A match to your strengths and interests. Estimate cost, time, and risk to start. Decide if stream should be active or passive initially. Start small. Validate first, then scale once you see traction and results. Example: if you love writing, digital products or affiliate marketing. If you have a small budget, online services or freelancing. If you have capital, rental properties or SaaS. The layering strategy plan. Step-by-step layering for sustainable growth. 1. Build one stream to stability, e.g. freelance copywriting. 2. Systemize/automate it, use contracts, hire help, automate marketing. 3. Reinvest profits to start stream number 2, e.g. launch a digital product. 4. Repeat layering until your portfolio is resilient, growing, and self-sustaining. Sample 12-month roadmap. Q1, Q2, freelance service, master process. Q3, create digital product, use profits from freelancing for marketing. A Q4, launch subscription or affiliate stream for recurring income. Common myths and mindset shifts. Myth: multiple streams are overwhelming. Reality: sequential building and systemization prevent overwhelm. A myth: you need huge capital to diversify. Reality: many income streams start cheap. Time and skills are just as important. Myth: it's risky to diversify early. Reality: diversification, done systematically, reduces overall risk. Systematic layering, not chaos, builds real wealth. Call to action: build your first portfolio. Empowering message: your first stream brings freedom. Your second brings security. Your third makes you unstoppable. Complete this mini action worksheet. Chosen stream number 1. Monetization model. Launch deadline. Automation plan. Begin today. Your journey from paycheck to portfolio starts with one courageous decision. Investing like a visionary. Plant money trees. Think in decades. Compound your wealth. 1. Opening the visionary investor's secret. Warren Buffett started investing at age 11. Decades later, he credits not genius, but patience and compounding for his fortune. While the world chases short-term trades, Buffett holds Coca-Cola stock for decades, allowing reinvested dividends and stock growth to snowball. Similar stories abound. Elon Musk bet early on Tesla, enduring years of skepticism before exponential results. Jeff Bezos reinvested every Amazon profit for years, living the long game while competitors burned out. Contrast this with the short-term trader, jumping in and out of fads, winning sometimes, losing often. The visionary investor plays a different game. Wealth isn't built in a day. It's built every day, slowly and relentlessly, through compounding. 2. The mindset shift from speculation to vision. Speculation is quick wins, hype chasing, buying today and selling tomorrow. Most lose not for lack of intelligence, but for lack of a clear, patient vision. Visionary investing means holding deep convictions, choosing assets aligned with your worldview, and letting time do the heavy lifting. Traits of visionary investors: patience to wait for future payoff, clarity of vision, knowing what and why to buy, emotional discipline, resisting market panic and greed, thinking in decades, not days or quarters, Buffett, Musk, and Bezos built empires not by guessing the next fad, but by focusing on trends and innovations that would reshape the future and giving compounding time to work. 3. The power of compounding. Einstein called compound interest the eighth wonder of the world. Here's why. Suppose you invest $1,000 at 10% annual return. After 1 year, $1,100. After 5 years, $1,610. After 10 years, $2,594. After 30 years, $17,449. The growth isn't linear, it curves upward as your returns begin to generate their own returns. Visual. Imagine a gentle slope up for the first years, then a sharp climb as the decades tick by. Buffett's billions weren't built overnight. They're the harvest of letting capital compound for decades. Time in the market beats timing the market. 4. Patience as a superpower. Patience is not just waiting, it's strategic, active discipline. Buffett bought Coca-Cola in the late 1980s and held it for 30-plus years, riding out market crashes and booms. Amazon reinvested every cent for decades, delaying profit-taking for a far bigger prize. A checklist for patience before selling or switching investments. Am I reacting emotionally or logically? Has the asset's long-term story changed, or just its short-term price? Am I giving compounding time to work? Patience separates those who build generational wealth from those who trade for pennies. 5. The 3-tier investing roadmap. A simple framework for every stage. Tier strategy assets goal pros cons allocation suggestion. Tier 1 foundation emergency fund, index funds, bonds, retirement accounts security plus stable compounding low risk, liquid, reliable lower growth, inflation risk 50 to 70%, beginner. Tier 2 growth engine real estate, dividend stocks, ETFs, REITs cash flow plus asset growth moderate growth, income more capital/work needed 20 to 40%. Tier 3 visionary bets startups, crypto, private equity, innovation sectors asymmetric, exponential high upside potential higher risk, volatility 10 to 20%, only risk capital. Beginners build Tier 1 for safety, layer in Tier 2 for multipliers, then carefully allocate riskier capital to Tier 3 for big, visionary plays. Each tier offers a different balance of risk and reward. Adapt your allocations based on age, goals, and risk tolerance. 6. Systems thinking in investing. Imagine your investments as a flywheel. Reinvest dividends, profits, interest payments, each turn grows stronger and faster. Don't pull capital out for small purchases. Reinvest until your wealth machinery spins on its own. Use automation. Auto-invest from checking to funds. Dollar cost average monthly into ETFs. Use apps to reinvest dividends. Compounders don't just invest. They create systems that feed their wealth without constant supervision. 7. Avoiding common investing traps. Emotional investing. Fear/panic selling in crashes. Greed buying at peaks. Over-diversifying. Too many small bets, no focus, diluted growth. Ignoring research. Buying hype and tips instead of studying assets, leaders, and industries. A short-term focus. Selling for quick gains instead of letting assets build compounding momentum. Vision requires discipline. Filter every move through long-term thinking. 8. Call to action. Start investing like a visionary. Empowering close. Stop chasing pennies. Start planting money trees. Every dollar is a seed. Plant it in fertile soil, assets, industries, teams that can grow for decades. Mini action plan. Define your vision. What kinds of industries, innovations, or leaders inspire you? Write them down. Build Tier 1 foundation. Open index fund. Set up emergency savings. Contribute to retirement account. Add Tier 2 growth engines. Research real estate, ETFs, or dividend stocks. Start with 1. Select 1 to 2 Tier 3 visionary bets. Allocate a small, planned percentage to startups, crypto, or advanced sectors you believe in. Start today, compound every year, and let patience do for you what hustle alone cannot. Systems over hustle. Hustle builds survival. Systems build empires. 1. Opening why hustle fails. Lisa was the definition of grind. 18-hour days running her online boutique, burned out and missing her children's milestones in the name of hustle. Yet no matter how hard she worked, her earnings plateaued and exhaustion grew. Meanwhile, Jasmine started a similar business but designed a system: automated orders, a customer service VA, and digital ads that ran themselves. She spent her mornings at the gym, managed growth over coffee, and slept soundly at night, her system rolling in profits whether she worked or not. Key truth: hustle will make you tired. Systems will make you rich. 2. The trap of hustle culture. Culture glorifies relentless grind. Wear no sleep as a badge. Chase the 5 a.m. club. Turn every burnout moment into a bragging rights meme. But this comes at a steep price. Burnout empties creativity and ruins longevity. There's a hard cap. Your 24 hours cannot stretch further. Hustling alone cannot scale. When you stop, the money stops. Many entrepreneurs flame out not for lack of effort, but for lack of scalable systems. 3. The power of systems thinking. A system is a repeatable process, often automated or delegated, that delivers predictable results over and over without your constant effort. Why systems, goals, or effort? Systems run when you don't. Systems compound every action. Systems free your time for strategy, creativity, and growth. Key principle: work once, benefit forever. 4. Case studies, systems in action. Digital creator. Sarah, an online educator, launches one course and earns royalties for years. Her launch system, email funnel, auto webinar, outsource support, lets her scale with each new product, not more hustle. A franchise operator, Rob owns 5 fast food franchises by following a detailed playbook. His managers run day-to-day ops while his main role is new location strategy. An automated investor, Maria builds a dividend-focused portfolio, auto-drips her returns into new investments, and reviews her numbers monthly. Wealth compounds whether she's at her desk or at the beach. An author brand flywheel, Jack writes bestsellers, uses them as leverage for paid speaking gigs, then funnels those audiences into premium online courses. Each new system feeds the next. What unites these stories? Each replaced hustling with layered, repeatable systems. 5. The Build Once, Earn Forever framework. Step 1. Identify repetitive efforts. List places you hustle again and again: manual emails, reinventing the wheel for every client. Step 2. Document the process. Turn the work into a clear, repeatable workflow: SOPs, checklists, templates. Step 3. Automate or delegate. Use tech apps, CRMs, automations, or people outsourcing, hiring, partnerships to handle steps without you. Step 4. Install feedback loops. Set up simple dashboards or weekly reviews to tweak, improve, and ensure systems keep delivering. Step 5. Scale and reinvest. With time freed, build a new system or scale the existing one with fresh capital, team, or tech. Example applications. Business. Automate onboarding, fulfillment, billing, social posting. Money. Auto-investing, expense tracking, income allocation. Personal, grocery delivery, digital calendars, health trackers. 6. The freedom multiplier. Systems are freedom. They buy you back hours to innovate, relax, or strategize. Millionaires don't push the wheel, they build the wheel to spin itself. With less grind, you can focus on a vision, strategic thinking, big relationships, testing new opportunities instead of repeating yesterday's chores. Metaphor: hustlers push the wheel. Millionaires engineer it to run on its own. 7. Common myths about systems. Systems kill creativity. Truth: they create space for creativity by removing repetitive grunt work. I'm not ready yet. Truth: start with microsystems today. Don't wait for size or revenue. It's too expensive. Truth: many tools are free or pay for themselves by freeing your time to earn more. Reframe: systems are for everyone right now. 8. Call to action. Start your first system today. Empowerment: hustle builds survival. Systems build empires. Starter worksheet. What's one area where you're hustling too much? What process/tool/person could replace or automate this? Set a 7-day deadline to build and install your first mini-system. Build one system this week. Test, tweak, then move to the next. Repeat until freedom is your new normal. Building your wealth network. Money flows through people. Plant relationship trees. 1. Opening your network is your net worth. Years ago, Tom had a business plan but no backers, until a single warm introduction at a dinner party led to his first investor, then a mentor, and ultimately, a string of lucrative partnerships. His $1 million breakthrough didn't come from a classroom, but from his network. Wealth is not just financial, it's social. One trusted relationship can rewrite your story. As the adage goes, your network is your net worth. Money, opportunity, and growth flow through people, not spreadsheets. We rise or fall to the level of our relationships. 2. The wealth network mindset. Millionaires see networks as living ecosystems. Opportunities hide inside people. Relationships aren't taps to be drained but wells to be invested in, with the magical bonus of compound returns. Abundance, not scarcity. Build long-term, value-centered relationships, not transactional exchanges. What can I give? What can I get? The most successful networkers lead with generosity. The returns, knowledge, partnerships, money flow back over time. One mentor can collapse decades of struggle into a few guided decisions. Every introduction is a door to influence, insight, and leverage. 3. Strategies for networking like the wealthy. Be the giver first. Offer a key resource, an intro, or a helping hand. Give before you get. Play the long game. Don't seek immediate payoff. Think in decades, nurture relationships slowly. Show up where the value is. Attend masterminds, events, online forums, or civic groups where smart, ambitious people gather. Invest in people. Buy coffee, send a book, thank with handwritten notes. Little gestures go a long way. Follow up and stay visible. Consistency breeds trust. Check in, congratulate, share articles, and keep the thread alive. Mini case. Sarah, a young founder, attended local entrepreneur meetups for a year, volunteering, helping, and building trust. When she launched her startup, her network well was overflowing with introductions and referrals. 4. The power of mentorship. A mentor is a ladder. They lift you up shortcuts you can't climb barehanded. Seek mentors with values and experience you aspire to. Don't beg. Instead, express admiration, ask one thoughtful question, and offer to help them first. Stay respectful, be patient, and reciprocate with gratitude. Mentors accelerate success, offering perspective, warm intros, and hard-won wisdom. 5. Avoiding networking mistakes. Pitfalls. Being transactional. What's in it for me? Only networking when desperate. Forgetting to follow up. Burning bridges with short-term thinking. How not to approach. Wrong. Hey, can you fund my startup? Right. I've been inspired by your work in X. Is there a way I could support your current project? Genuine interest always trumps neediness. 6. The wealth network flywheel. Meet, add value, follow up, deepen, trust, leverage opportunities. Treat networking as a flywheel. Each good interaction makes the next easier, relationships deepen, and your value to others, and theirs to you, grows exponentially. Over time, doors swing open with less push. 7. The 30-day networking challenge. Week 1, audit and awareness. List your current contacts, mentors, and allies. Where are the gaps? Mentors, partners, investors, peers. Week 2, outreach and value. Reconnect with 5 old contacts. Offer value. A helpful article, an introduction, a thank you note. Week 3, new connections. Attend one event, virtual or live, or join an online master group. Connect meaningfully with 5 new people. Week 4, mentorship and follow-up. Reach out to a potential mentor. Follow up with everyone from the past month. Simple thanks for connecting, or update. By day 30, You'll feel the energy, support, and opportunity of an expanding network. Your mindset and your future wealth will start compounding. 8. Call to action. Plant seeds today. The best time to plant a relationship tree was a decade ago. The second best time is now. Make a simple commitment. Give value daily. Look for ways to connect and lift others, and tend your network with care. The dividends will flow for a lifetime. 30-day challenge mini worksheet. A list 5 people to reconnect with this week. Identify one event or community to join. Find one mentor to reach out to. Track your outreach and value adds daily. Start today. Your network and net worth are ready to grow. Negotiation psychology. You don't get what you deserve. You get what you negotiate. 1. The world runs on negotiation. Elon Musk famously negotiated Tesla's early funding with razor-sharp tactics. Steve Jobs secured groundbreaking deals that changed industries by commanding the conversation. Every financial leap, promotion, or life opportunity hinges on a conversation, a negotiation of value and influence. As the old saying goes, you don't get what you deserve. You get what you negotiate. Mastering this art turns doors into gateways and deals into empires. 2. The psychology of influence. Persuasion rests on 6 timeless triggers, Cialdini. The reciprocity. People feel compelled to give back. Authority. Confidence backed by expertise commands compliance. Scarcity. Limited availability heightens desire. Social proof. People follow what others validate. Liking. Rapport builds trust and opens doors. Consistency. Commitment leads to ongoing compliance. Millionaires use these consciously, not manipulatively, but strategically. Average negotiators beg for wins. Wealth builders craft influence. Shift your mindset. You're not asking for favors. You're creating value no one else can offer. 3. Core negotiation tactics of the wealthy. Anchoring. Set the initial number to frame the discussion. Control the range from the outset. A silence and patience. Comfort with pauses forces the other party to fill the void, often conceding more. The no-deal option. True power lies in your ability to walk away. If it's not a win-win, it's not a deal. Framing. Position the offer as a solution. Highlight the value rather than price. The win-win illusion. Craft agreements that make the other feel victorious, preserving relationship and closing smoothly. Mini case. A CEO anchored a partnership deal $500,000 above asking, then patiently stayed silent. The partner relented to a midpoint far favorable to the CEO, all because of control and composure. 4. Body language and presence in negotiation. Nonverbal cues are negotiation currency. Posture. Stand tall, open, projecting confidence. Eye contact. Builds trust and shows conviction. A mirroring. Subtly reflecting gestures to deepen rapport. The controlled voice. Calm, steady tone commands authority. Exercise. Practice walking into a room as if you already own the deal. Set your posture, breathe deeply, and own the space. 5. Negotiation scripts. Salary negotiation. Boss. We can only offer $70,000. Based on my contributions and market benchmarks, I believe $85,000 is fair. How can we get closer to that number? Business deal. Partner. Your price is high. Understood. If we deliver these specific results, what value would that bring you? Everyday negotiation. Car. Rent. Seller. Final price. Pause. If I agreed to close today, is there any flexibility? Each script combines psychological leverage with calm, controlled delivery. 6. The Millionaire Negotiation Framework. 1. Prepare. Research facts, alternatives, and your BATNA, best alternative. 2. Position. Anchor the conversation confidently. 3. Probe. Open questions reveal hidden interests and needs. 4. Propose. Frame your offer around mutual value. 5. Close. Summarize terms succinctly, then fall silent to pressure concession. Visual diagram. A 5-step pyramid illustrating preparation at the base through closing at the peak. 7. Common mistakes to avoid. Talking too much, revealing weaknesses. A showing desperation or eagerness. Accepting first offers without pushing. A getting emotional or reactive. A not preparing alternatives. BATNA. Avoid these traps with discipline. Confidence is your best weapon. 8. Call to action. Negotiate everything. Life is negotiable: salary, rent, partnerships, even your phone bill. Challenge. In the next 7 days, negotiate something daily. Record wins, notes, and adjust your approach. Millionaires don't accept offers. They craft them. Become one. Day negotiation challenge planner to support practical mastery. The inner dialogue of the rich. Your words write your wealth. 1. Your inner voice is your net worth. Stephen was broke, doubting himself every day. I'm not cut out for this. Money escapes me. Maybe I'm just unlucky. His bank drained as quickly as his confidence. Then came the shift. Stephen hacked his inner voice. He stopped whispering defeat and started chanting clarity. How can I afford this? I am mastering money daily. Gradually, his money changed because before dollars stack, words rewrite the internal script. The words you whisper to yourself daily write the script of your financial life. 2. The psychology of self-talk. Your brain's wiring depends on what you say internally every day. Neuroscience shows repeated thoughts reinforce neural pathways, neuroplasticity, turning ideas into automatic behavior. Your subconscious mind is the autopilot guiding money moves before you consciously decide. Rich and poor thinking often differ only in internal language. The rich think rich before they earn rich. 3. Rich versus poor inner dialogue. Poor mindset, rich mindset. I can't afford this. How can I afford this? Money is scarce. Opportunities are everywhere. I'm not good with money. I learn to master money every day. I hope I make it. I will create results. I'm stuck in this situation. I am finding ways forward. I don't deserve wealth. I am worthy of abundance. Others have all the luck. I create my own luck through action. Each phrase shapes internal identity, triggers behaviors reinforcing scarcity or abundance. Mini-stories. John's shift from I can't to how can I? Open doors to multiple income streams. 4. Language shapes identity. We become our language. Muhammad Ali proclaimed, I am the greatest decades before accolades. His self-talk sculpted belief, fueling unstoppable pursuit. Identity psychology explains, your self-image sets a ceiling on your success. Self-talk entrenches that identity. Speak scarcity internally equals you act small, limit wealth. Speak abundance equals open mindset, creating actions aligned with growth. 5. Language reprogramming exercise. Step 1. Awareness. Write down your 10 most common negative money phrases you say to yourself. Step 2. Interrupt. Start catching these phrases. Pause to reset each time. Step 3. Reframe. For each negative phrase, write a powerful wealth language replacement. Step 4. Anchor. Speak your new language out loud daily. Morning and night. Use mirror talk or phone reminders. Step 5. Practice. Journal progress. Repeat reframing over time until it feels natural. Self-talk transformation table. Old language, new language. I can't afford this. How can I create the means to afford this? Money is scarce. Money flows abundantly to me. Printable table included for daily tracking and mastery. 6. Affirmations that rewire wealth identity. Try these 12 millionaire affirmations daily. I am a magnet for opportunities. I think like a creator, not a consumer. Money is my servant. I am its master. I create value that the world rewards. Wealth expands as I grow. I am worthy of financial freedom. Every challenge strengthens my money mindset. I make decisions that build lasting wealth. I am disciplined, abundant, unstoppable. My thoughts create my financial destiny. I invest in myself and my future daily. Prosperity is my natural state. Personalize your affirmations to make them visceral and potent. 7 case studies, the language of the wealthy. Oprah Winfrey transitioned from doubt-filled youth to media icon by shaping her internal language around purpose and impact. Richard Branson frames every barrier as an invitation to innovate, turning obstacles into opportunities through positive framing. Their internal dialogue paved paths to their massive external success. 8. Call to action. Speak your future into existence. For the next 7 days, track every negative money thought. Reframe instantly with your new language. Millionaires don't just count money, they count words. Every phrase is either a chain or a key. Choose the keys. Environment design for abundance. Your environment is your silent millionaire partner. 1. Your environment shapes your future. Meet Alex, a once struggling entrepreneur drowning in clutter, distractions, and negative influences. His productivity was scattered, his mindset exhausted. When he redesigned his workspace with intention, decluttered desks, added inspiring visuals, implemented focused digital boundaries, and joined mastermind groups, his energy and results skyrocketed. His bank balance followed. The truth is brutal yet empowering. You don't rise to your goals. You fall to your environment. As the saying goes, show me your environment, and I'll predict your future. Your space, physical, digital, and social, must become your millionaire partner, silently pushing you toward growth. 2. The science of environment and behavior. Behavioral psychology teaches that environment shapes habit by triggering automatic responses. Your surroundings cue actions without willpower. Neuroscience reveals the decision fatigue drains mental energy as you wrestle with clutter and distractions. Acute response loops form patterns so deeply ingrained you act before thinking. Millionaires don't battle willpower daily. They design environments that make success automatic, removing friction and temptation. Set your space right, watch your productivity, mindset, and income flow easily. 3. Physical environment for wealth thinking. Workspace design. Declutter ruthlessly. Each item either inspires or distracts. I add high-energy elements. Plants, natural light, colors that spark flow. Surround yourself with symbols of your vision. Quotes, vision boards, meaningful artifacts. Home environment. Create zones for rest, focus, creativity, and exercise. Separate work and life physically if possible. Maintain order to reduce stress and improve mental clarity. Stories. Steve Jobs famously chose minimalist workspaces to eliminate distraction. Warren Buffett's simple office underscores focus on what matters. Exercise. Audit your home and workspaces. List 3 things to remove and 3 to add for abundance. 4. Digital environment for abundance. Curate your social feeds to follow mentors, business leaders, and growth-focused content. Unfollow distractions. Kill notification noise and banish apps that steal focus during deep work. Organize your files and desktop to reflect clarity, not chaos. Tools millionaires use. Task managers. Todoist. Notion. Focus apps. Forest. Freedom. Calendar automation tools. Calendly. Google Calendar. Digital detox and design checklist. A step-by-step guide to streamline your virtual workspace and protect attention. 5. People as part of your environment. You are the average of the 5 people you spend most time with. Your social environment sculpts beliefs about money, opportunity, and worth. Add mentors who elevate. Join mastermind groups and communities. Partner with accountability allies. Short story. After joining a high-level mastermind, Daniel's mindset shifted, and his income tripled within 18 months due to new contacts and better advice. 6. Environment design blueprint. Step-by-step process. Audit. Identify scarcity triggers. Clutter, toxic contacts, distracting media. Eliminate. Remove everything that doesn't fuel growth, including relentless notifications and negative influences. Replace. Add enriching elements, books, vision boards, empowering groups, automation systems. Automate. Set reminders and rituals to maintain new environment. Expand. Continuously upgrade environment as your goals and wealth evolve. Visual blueprint diagram. Audit, eliminate, replace, automate, expand. 7. The Millionaire Environment Challenge. A practical 7-day challenge. Day 1. Declutter your primary workspace. Day 2. Organize digital files and tidy phone apps. Day 3. Curate your social media feed. Follow mentors. Unfollow distractions. Day 4. Add a powerful symbol of abundance to your workspace. Day 5. Remove one toxic person or negative media influence from your environment. Day 6. Join one new empowering online community or mastermind. Day 7. Establish a weekly environment reset ritual to refresh and maintain abundance. 8. Call to action. Live inside abundance. Wealthy people don't just think abundantly, they live in spaces configured for success. Redesign your physical, digital, and social worlds so productivity, focus, and prosperity are the default modes, not the struggle. This is your silent millionaire partner. Treat it well. Watch your life expand effortlessly. Becoming the person who attracts money. Money follows identity. 1. Money follows identity. Before Oprah Winfrey became a global icon, she was a local TV host struggling with self-doubt. The shift didn't start with her income or audience. It began in her identity. She embraced being a leader, a creator of opportunity and transformation. That identity magnetized wealth, influence, and impact. You don't attract money by chasing it. You attract it by becoming the person wealth naturally flows to. Jim Rohn. Your financial destiny isn't a chase. It's a magnet, powered by who you are becoming deep inside. 2. Identity-based wealth. Who you think you are drives how you behave. Your behaviors, tiny, daily, often subconscious, produce your financial results. If your inner narrative is, "I'm bad with money," you'll unconsciously sabotage opportunities and spending wisely. If your narrative is, "I am a confident wealth creator," your actions align with growth and abundance automatically. Identity first, results second. Change your core self-image and your financial life follows. 3. Long-term consistency beats short-term hustle. Consistent effort compounds. One millionaire steadily invested $100 monthly for decades, while another chased quick-win schemes without habit or discipline. The steady investor outpaced the hustler by a wide margin. Sustainable, aligned habits, not bursts of frantic effort, build lasting wealth. Prioritize identity-aligned routines and watch your wealth amplify over time. 4. The Millionaire Self-Image. Key traits of money attractors. Calm confidence under pressure. A generosity and abundance mindset. A visionary thinking beyond today. Discipline in actions. Contrast with scarcity self-image. Fear, doubt, limitation, and impatience. Exercise. Write 5 words describing your current self-image, then 5 that define your millionaire self-image. This awareness opens your path forward. 5. Creating your millionaire code of honor. This is your personal wealth creed. Define values. What principles guide your money and life? E.g., growth, service, freedom. Set standards. Non-negotiables. I save/invest before spending. I guard my time fiercely. Choose daily rituals. Habits that reinforce abundance. Journaling, affirmations, learning. To craft affirmations, powerful identity anchors. E.g., I create value beyond measure. Write it out. Draft your code of honor. A short, powerful manifesto to live by. Example code of honor. I create more value than I consume. I master my time, energy, and money. I surround myself with growth-minded people. I stay consistent when others quit. I live aligned with abundance, not scarcity. 6. The power of alignment. Wealth is not luck. It is alignment, thoughts, habits, environment, and identity all harmonizing. Consider Jake, who stopped chasing money directly and instead focused on creating value and growing relationships. His income and impact soared naturally. Align your daily actions and environment with your millionaire identity to become a money magnet. 7. Action Challenge. Living the Code. For 30 days, write and refine your millionaire code of honor. Read it aloud every morning to cement identity. Track 3 key millionaire habits daily, e.g., saving, learning, networking. Journal progress and insights weekly. This challenge fuses mindset with action, transforming words into a new financial reality. 8. Closing. Be the magnet. You are no longer just chasing wealth, you attract it effortlessly, because your identity, habits, and systems make you a living magnet for abundance. The journey ahead is about embodying your millionaire self, not someday but right now. Your millionaire self is not a destination. It's a daily decision to live in harmony with your highest vision. Epilogue. Your millionaire life starts now. The door is already open. 1. The door is already open. Picture this. A person stands before a massive locked vault. Their treasure, their future. Panic rises. The lock seems complex. Then, a glance reveals a key in their pocket the whole time. It was theirs all along. So it is with wealth. Your mindset, your habits, and your identity are the key. You don't need another secret. You already hold the combination. The best time to plant a tree was 20 years ago. The second best time is now. Chinese proverb. This is your now. 2. The shift has already happened. Turn back. Think about the person you were before opening this book. Now, think about who you are after absorbing its lessons. You've rewired your money psychology, embedded millionaire habits, reshaped your self-image, and crafted your code of honor. The journey didn't start with this epilogue. It started the moment you took your first step within these pages. The next step? Living it with relentless consistency every single day. 3. The power of immediate action. Too many wait. They stash books on shelves. They nod in agreement but never engage. Contrast that with the reader who takes one small, purposeful step immediately. A call, a budget reset, a habit start. Momentum builds. Confidence nourishes growth. Action bridges the gap between vision and reality. Remember, waiting is the enemy of success. Your future demands now. 4. Your millionaire life framework. Think like a millionaire. Adopt abundance. Create value. Think decades, not days. Act like a millionaire. Execute consistent, small actions. Invest wisely. Own daily rituals. Be a millionaire. Embody the identity. Strengthen your self-image. Uphold your code of honor. Wealth isn't chased. It's attracted by the person you become. This framework arms your transformation from inside out. 5. Call to courage. The world doesn't need more average. It needs you, alive, bold, relentless. Meet Carlos, a dreamer who risked everything, who fell, who rose, who rewrote his family's legacy forever through courage and conviction. You stand at a threshold. Will you take the leap? Will you be the person who turns dreams into generational breakthroughs? The choice is yours. 6. The final millionaire challenge. Within 24 hours, write your millionaire code of honor, loud and clear. Start one key millionaire habit. No excuses, no delays. Share your vision with someone who will hold you accountable. Make these an unbreakable commitment, your non-negotiables. 7. Closing. This is your moment. Don't wait for permission. Don't wait for the perfect time. Millionaire lives are not built tomorrow. They are built today. They are built now. And yours begins the moment you decide it does. Your millionaire life starts now. Author's note. There was a moment early in my journey when I realized something harsh and unrelenting. I was my own biggest obstacle. Not the economy. Not my boss. Not my luck. It was me. Limiting every step. Sucking the oxygen out of every possibility with doubt and scarcity beliefs tucked deep inside. I remember staring at my empty bank account, feeling like I was trapped in quicksand, yet powerless to free myself. That crushing moment sparked a ferocious hunger. I was done settling for less. That hunger pushed me into a brutal transformation. Rewiring my mindset, hacking my habits, and building systems that no longer required me to chase every single dollar, to finally let money work for me. The breakthrough wasn't some magic bullet or an overnight fix. It was days of relentless, unapologetic work, shifting the very language I told myself, redesigning how I show up every damn day. And that shift changed everything. This book didn't come from theory or fluffy inspiration. It was forged from that dirt floor reckoning and countless experiments that tested what builds real, lasting wealth. It's designed to pull you out of the overwhelm and into clarity, to shatter the cage of "I can't," to teach you how to become the person who commands wealth instead of begs for scraps. If you felt stuck, undervalued, or just tired of scraping by, this is for you. Make no mistake, this isn't a passive read to impress your friends or fill a shelf. It's a scalpel, a hammer, a blueprint, and a guide all in one. Here, we don't just talk about changing your bank balance, we change your identity. The habits, the mindset, the relentless inner dialogue that decides your financial destiny every hour. This book is for those who are ready to step into the ring and fight for their future. It's for the relentless, the unapologetic, the ones who've had enough of waiting for permission or the right time. If that's not you, if you want a quick tip or sugar-coated paths, close this book now. But if you're here, reading this, know that inside these pages lies the change you've been craving, the missile that will shatter your limits. Here's how to get the most out of this guide. Don't just read it. Interrogate it. Take notes like your future depends on it, because it does. Complete every exercise with brutal honesty. Implement every challenge with resolve. Read it again and again, because building millionaire momentum isn't a sprint. It's a war of attrition waged day after day. I did this work. I live by these principles. I still wrestle with doubt and resistance, but I've built a foundation so fierce no market crash or life storm can topple me. So can you. You are not a victim of circumstance or history. You are the architect of your financial destiny. Here's the truth you don't want to hear but must accept. Your success depends on your willingness to be uncomfortable, disciplined, and relentless. Nothing changes without grit. No empire rises from complacency. The millionaire you seek is already inside you. It's time to unleash that force, to brutalize old excuses and fight for what's yours. So here's my final, burning invitation. Step fully into this journey. Own your power. Slay your scarcity. Build your momentum. Every page is a rung on the ladder to your millionaire self. Climb it fiercely to your relentless success. Recommended books. 1. Think and Grow Rich, Napoleon Hill. The classic guide to the mindset and principles of the wealthy. 2. Rich Dad, Poor Dad, Robert Kiyosaki. A foundational look at financial education, assets versus liabilities, and wealth building. 3. The 48 Laws of Power, Robert Greene. Strategies for influence, negotiation, and personal mastery. 4. Atomic Habits, James Clear. How small, consistent changes compound into massive results. 5. The Way of the Superior Man, David Deida. Personal growth, discipline, and mastering one's purpose and relationships. 6. Can't Hurt Me, David Goggins. A blueprint for mental toughness, resilience, and pushing beyond limits. 7. Principles, Life and Work, Ray Dalio. Decision-making frameworks, systems thinking, and long-term success principles. 8. The Psychology of Money, Morgan Housel. How human behavior and mindset affect financial outcomes. 9. The Miracle Morning, Hal Elrod. Daily routines and rituals to elevate personal productivity and mindset. 10. Never Split the Difference, Chris Voss. Negotiation tactics used by top professionals and millionaires. 11. Your Money or Your Life, Vicky Robin and Joe Dominguez. Reframe your relationship with money and create financial independence. 12. Deep Work, Cal Newport. The importance of focused, distraction-free work for high-value outcomes. Acknowledgements. Writing this book has been a journey, and it would not have been possible without the guidance, support, and inspiration of many incredible individuals. First, I want to thank my family for their unwavering belief in me, for encouraging my dreams, and for reminding me that discipline and perseverance are the true foundations of success. Your patience, love, and support have been my constant anchor. I am deeply grateful to the mentors, coaches, and thought leaders whose teachings shaped my understanding of wealth, mindset, and personal growth. From the timeless wisdom of Napoleon Hill and Robert Kiyosaki to the modern insights of James Clear and Tony Robbins, your work has illuminated the path toward abundance. A special thanks goes to the community of readers and entrepreneurs who shared their stories, struggles, and victories. Your experiences inspired many of the practical exercises, frameworks, and challenges in this book. Finally, I acknowledge the countless individuals who provided feedback, editorial guidance, and encouragement along the way. Your insights ensured that this book would not only inform but also empower action. To all of you, thank you for helping me create something that I hope will transform lives, spark new possibilities, and empower readers to step fully into their millionaire potential. You've just completed The Millionaire Money Psychology, The Mental Habits of the Rich, and How You Can Master Them by Dr. Alberto. By reaching this point, you've done more than just finish a book. You've taken the first steps toward reprogramming your beliefs, upgrading your identity, and commanding the financial destiny you deserve. Remember, you will never outperform your self-image. So carry this new identity with you not someday, but now. Think like a millionaire. Speak like a millionaire. Act like a millionaire. Because from this moment forward, you are the CEO of your own wealth. If this book has inspired you, share it. Revisit the exercises. Repeat the affirmations. And keep building, day by day, brick by brick, the life your future self will thank you for. This is Dr. Alberto reminding you, wealth doesn't start in your wallet. It starts in your mind. End of audiobook.